Hello, I am the H-Town Vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. Let's give it a few moments for people to enter the room. Thank you for those of you that are watching this recorded, and we're waiting for the people to come in live. So give us a few moments. Come into the room, family. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're in the room, family. Let us know that you are here. As I've stated, I am the H-Town Vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents, including active duty members and their family. Now, our sister Bionic Woman says, good evening, Mr. H-Town Vet and veteran family. Please stay warm, everyone. Welcome to all newcomers to the channel. Yes, indeed. And we're going to do that because the weather has been getting pretty cold down here again in Texas. Now, Sister Betty Bops, love your new, what they call that, avatar. Very nice. She said, good evening, H-Town Vet. Hope you've had a beautiful day. Yes, I have. And it's gotten better since the family's showing up. I'm feeling good, huh? We say like I knew that I would. Betty Bops, hi, Bionic Woman. Hope your day went well. Now, come on into the room, family. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take these headsets off. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if the sound is good. Let us know. Let us know that you're in the room. Family, let us know. Let us get started. Give me a thumbs up on my sound if it's correct. And we want to thank all that have shown up here to the broadcast, live or recorded. We want to give you a special thanks to our veterans, family. And we thank you for being here, and our active duty service members. Sister Betty Bob said everything's okay. The sound is good, so we're going to continue. This is very important that we keep everything straight. We got a lot to cover. I don't know how long y'all going to be here. Stay as long as you can, because we got a lot of information to cover tonight, family. So let me get to the banners. And so thank y'all for coming in. Let us know that you're here. So thank you for being here, family. Now, let us know what your weather is, where you're at. We're going to take a moment here to get your temperature checked. Let us know what it is right now and what the weather is going to go down to. So right now, Right where I'm at is 35 degrees. And it's going to go down to 30. So let us know, family. So Sister Bionic Woman said everything is sounding good. That's wonderful. 2 confirmations. We appreciate that. So let us know, family. So Army George in the room, he says it's 19 degrees now. It's going to the low 12 degrees. Okay. Let us know about that temperature, that weather, family. We're checking in real quick with the family because we have to acknowledge the people that showed up live. Now, Bionic Woman say Dallas 26 degrees, low 14. We got our brother George Zimmerman. He's giving us an update out of Pennsylvania. He says, hi, H-Town vet and family. I'm confused with your schedule. It's 22 degrees and dropping. Yeah, I'm doing them on different days because of the weather. We're still going to have the one tomorrow. I had changed up some things, so I do apologize with the scheduling. But yes, we usually do it at 6 p.m. on Sundays and Thursdays, but I've been doing them on other days. That's why we talked about the fact that we have impromptu live streams, okay? So that's the way we do that. Now let's see what's going on. Just click on your notifications, brother, so it'll let you know, and just check see if it's any live streams coming. I know y'all don't want to miss anything. Bionic Woman say, hi, Betty Bobs. Thank you and hope your day was good as well. Now, then we have Betty Bobs says, it's 23 degrees, low 23 degrees, and wintry mix overnight, Maryland. Then we have Bionic Woman says, hi, Mr. Zimmerman, and we're going to let y'all speak to each other, and we're going to get started with the information here. We thank y'all for being in here, family. We appreciate y'all for showing up. Now, we're going to get to it. Y'all can keep, acknowledging each other, and we're going to continue on what we've got going here today. So what are we talking about? Well, first, we're going to talk about our procedure for those that are new to the channel. Our standard operating procedure, our SOP, we structure the channel so we don't miss anything. So, I'm just showing a little bit of the chat everybody's saying, so it'll be recorded on the program. The little shout outs, okay? So, yes. Then we got Rose City D in the room say, good evening, H-Town vet, and salute the chat. So, brother, salute to you too. Glad to have you here, fam. Now, let us continue. So we have a standard operating procedure like we did in the military. Now, our structure, usually, unless we have some changes or modifications, we're going to do what? We're going to have it where on our live streams, our objectives, we're going to be 5 objectives. 1, the topic. 2, VA law update. 3, veteran news. 4, channel information. And number 5, the after party. So those that are still hanging around, this might be a long one. It's going to be a barn burner tonight. So I don't know how many of y'all going to be able to hang in there. So let us continue. I'm just putting y'all chats up, but I'm going to continue on with what we're doing with the topic for those that are watching recorded. So now we're going to talk about the topic. So what is the topic for tonight? The topic for tonight is, because it's Black History Month and I am a Black American myself, we are honoring the inventions and the patriotism of those Black Americans that have sacrificed, those of us, our family members, because this is Black History Month. Now, let's talk about it. So, when I was growing up, I didn't think Black people did anything for a while there, until I started hearing things on television and from some people talking to me. I didn't know the way it looked as Black people were just inconsequential to the development of this country, to the innovations of this land. Well, guess what? Listen to what Bonnie Woman say. Smash that like button. How y'all doing on those likes, family? Come on, let's see what we doing on those likes. Let's see how we going. We're gonna check the likes. We're gonna check your temperature up in here. All right, let's see how we looking on those likes. So yes, so that's what we're covering tonight. And I would suggest you go back and get more information. Now, I was told, like I told you, that we didn't do nothing in history, but the lie detector said that that's a lie. Now, let us continue. Okay, so our the topics we want to cover is patriotism and military inventions by Black people, Black Americans, practical everyday devices that we invented, information technology or IT inventions by Black people, transportation advancements, medical innovations, safety and protective devices. Now, let us continue, fam. Let us continue. So this is what we're going to be covering. All right. Hold on. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, we got smash them likes, fam. Get them likes up. I don't know what they're doing. They suppressing because y'all getting the likes up, but we only got a certain amount of people in here, less people than likes. So I don't know what's going on with the channel. If it's a little hating going on, but y'all keep coming back in if they kick you out. Number one, Black Americans and patriotism. In this country, the United States, we Black people have been the most patriotic people in this country. We don't brag about it. We don't talk about it. We be about it, okay? That's the first thing. We were here, some of us, there was different groups, 3 different groups. Those that came with the Spanish in the 1500s. Those of us that were already indigenous before that. Because you had Black people either here or coming back and forth from the mother continent. And those that came over in the 1600s as slaves. Very few came over, about 3 to 5% at the most. Now, it's significant because remember, when the colonists first came here, everybody remember what they did? They starved, they cannibalized each other, they ate each other. Until the Blacks got here, that's when everything got popping. Or the Blacks that were already here that ended up being reclassified from Native American as slaves. We're going to talk about that. My people built the White House. They built the Capitol building. Black Americans, we did. We were the first commodity on the stock exchange. The reason they have the name Wall Street is because of the wall that they built in New York, because New York was a slave state. There were several northern states that were slave states. You may not be aware of this. Yes. Several of them. New York was one of them. They just did away with slavery before others. Now, even in New York is interesting because if you ever go there, they may have changed it, but they had a sculpture right in front of that building. If you ever watched episode of Law and Order where they walk down the stairs in New York, right there where they walk down, right that building there. I believe this is the building here. My ancestors are buried up under this building. They literally built the U.S. government over on top of my people. In Alexandria, Virginia, they continue to find, they be trying to build gas stations and they find buried bones. They found them here in Texas too. They just found them here in Sugar Land, Texas, about 7-8 years ago, about 27 bodies, 1 female and about 26 males. They, discard them like, not really much to them. Work them to death and then throw them in a hole. Now let's continue. Now, the first person to shed blood for this country, as we stated before a couple of live streams ago, and this is just part of it here, is Crispus Attucks. He was a Black Native American man, all right? And he was the first casualty of the American Revolution. He was shot and killed in what came to be known as the Boston Massacre in 1770. He was a runaway slave. He was a Native American. And you say, but he looked like a Black man. Yeah, there were Black natives. There were some red natives too. But we're going to break all that down to you. And we're going to talk about veteran news too. Now, this is the man that reclassified my people back in the 1930s, 20s or 30s. He was a doctor. Name is Walter Pleckard. Go look him up. He took Black people and told them that people that had Black features that were Native Americans, and they were going to prosecute you if you kept identified as Native American. If you ever seen the movie Loving, about Loving's Virginia, that first interracial couple, she was actually Native American, a Black Native American, and they kicked her out the tribe. So, when they was talking about it was a Black woman and a white man getting married, and that was the first, she was actually Native American. So a lot of people don't know that. Let us continue. Now, as we'll continue to talk about Grace Wisher, a freeborn Black girl from Baltimore, Maryland, helped stitch the Star-Spangled Banner during the 6-year apprenticeship, and it was actually an indentured servitude that she was in, because her mama may have needed the money or whatever, but she wasn't a slave, but she was indentured servant for that amount of time, and she was making these flags. She began with white flag maker. Her name was Mary Pleckers-Gill in around 1810, and she was no more than about 10 to 12 years old during that time frame. Young girl, but very talented, right? So when we see the flag, that's our flag. Once we learn our knowledge, we understand that we're Americans also. This is the American flag, and we played a part in creating it. Now let us continue. All right. Okay. Let's see. Now, here we go. So, when you saw the halftime show that happened with Kendrick Lamar, and they posed in the shape of the flag, it was a flag that his ancestors had created. Many of us have family members that was in the military. Many of our family members have fought. Mine have fought since the American Revolution and before. All right. Now he said, let me see what we got here. Our brother, 3,000 Degrees, H-Town, salute. What's going on, 3,000 Degrees? Everybody show him some love while you're doing that. My brother, it's so good to see you. Are you new to the channel? Look, we have rules that we go by to keep trolling down. We appreciate that you're here. But if you're going to chat, we got certain rules that we go by. So all you have to do, if you want to chat, you can still stay in the room. But if you want to keep chatting, you have to agree to the rules. That way we keep a real, balanced environment here. So give me a second here. And we always take our time because we're glad that you're here. But we had holding issues in the past. And so give me a second. First thing I want to ask you, brother, 3,000, let me know if you can hear me. Look at the screen. I have on the little iPhone there. Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. 3,000 Degrees. And we're glad that you're here. Let me know if you can hear me. And if you can hear me, here we're going to go over the rules. Let me know when you do. That's if you choose to chat. I'm going to get back to the, so like I say, much of what, and I really like uh, the halftime show in the sense that it represented Black culture and our beliefs. And I had no problem with it. Some people may not like the performance. They say it wasn't as good as they thought it would be. He didn't sing a lot of his songs, but he made his point and he did quite well. It's the highest rated halftime show that ever happened. And our brother Kevin Colbart Sr. says, evening veteran family. Now, okay, so let me go over the while y'all chatting a little bit, let me go over the rules. Let me know if you can hear me 3,000 degrees, because even I had to agree to the rules, so let me know if you can hear me. And the rules are for whoever want to chat in the room right now. Number one, when it comes to trolling issues, there's no ignoring H-Town vet warnings. If I give you, calm down, if I give you any warnings. Number two, no chatting without agreeing to the rules. Number three, no name dropping of non-chat members or, hey, let me shout out my OnlyFans or something like that. None of that. Number four, any attempt to hijack or undermine the H-Town Vet channel will result in a permanent vacation. So we're going to let us continue. Now, okay, one of our first creations after the Civil War, and we created things before the Civil War, during slavery, before slavery, and afterward. One of our first creations after the Civil War was Memorial Day. All right, the first known Memorial Day celebration was May 1st, 1865 in Charleston, South Carolina, and was organized by Black Americans. Nobody else but Black Americans, because at that time, the South and the Northerners were very bitter to each other, the whites, because they were families sometimes fighting against each other. Okay, but with our patriotic, we say, you know what? We're going to honor the Union soldiers. And they honored the Black and the white Union soldiers, okay? Even though the white soldiers were somewhat ruthless too. Look up the Devil's Punch Bowl. After the Civil War, they attacked Black people and killed them. And before the war started, the what do you call it? The draft riots up in the North, where they would attack Black people because they had some of the whites that got drafted to go to the Civil War. Now, the event honored Union soldiers who died fighting to end slavery. Understand, that was the main focus of Black people, all right? Was the end of the institution. Free Blacks, this is what happened. That's a photo of it to the far right. Free slaves, they call them freemen, and missionaries gathered for a parade. Black school children marched with flowers and sang. Now, listen to what they sang. John Brown's body. And I'm going to give you an idea who John Brown is, okay? Very important figure that led to the Civil War. That's why they brought him up. Now, members of the 54th Massachusetts, which if you ever see that movie Glory with Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington, that's the group. They were there at this place, the actual people that survived the war. And other Black Union regiments performed marches. Black ministers recited Bible verses, and the crowd laid down flowers on the graves of the Union soldiers. So this is what we started Memorial Day. And if you knew that prior to learning here at our channel, let us know. If you knew this already, put a 1 in the chat before you learned it at the channel. I know we talked about it on other lives, but let us know if you knew it before. If not, put a 1 in the chat if you already knew that before you got here. Now let us continue. Now here's John Brown. He was a white man, the one they talking about, John Brown's body that they honored on the first Memorial Day. Here he is right here. John Brown was a white man who did not believe in slavery. And his thing was, he said, I, John Brown, am now quite certain that the crimes of this guilty land will never be purged away, but with blood. He was pretty much quoting the Bible, say, without the shedding of blood, there would be no remission of sin. So his thing is, okay, 3,000. I'm gonna need you to, did you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. 3,000 degrees, 3,000 degrees. You gotta let me know if you can hear me, because you can't chat unless you, so give me a thumbs up or yes if you can hear me, because I'm talking directly to you, so I want to make sure you know you can't chat without agreeing to the rules. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, let me put the rules up, and all I want you to do, because we patient with people here, put a yes in the chat if you agree to the rules that I read earlier. Put a yes in the chat. That's all, and you can chat for the rest of your life after that. Give us a yes. I know you say you can hear me, but give us a yes saying that you agree to these rules. And we'll wait till you put that in the chat, and we're going back to what we were doing. Now, so, okay, so let me put the thing back up on the screen. And this is how we do it. And this is how we keep smooth, and we keep our trolls and stuff. So no problem towards you, my brother. So he's saying, yes, sir, I agree. No problem. You can chat. As long as you follow the rules, y'all good. You can chat for the rest of your life now. Now with John Brown, give me a second here, family. It kind of faded back. All right. So that's who they were talking about. John Brown's body. The young kids were singing because why would they be singing about this white man after the Civil War? Because not just him, he was just a part of it, okay? I want y'all to understand this. He was in a group where really he wasn't just the leader. It was the leader of a lot of black men in it, a lot of free black men that fought with him. So John Brown, he was born in 1800, the same year that Nat Turner was born, 1800. Nat Turner, who led a slave revolt. And we'll talk about him later. Now, John Brown was a prominent abolitionist who led a raid to Harper's Ferry, Virginia in 1869. Now, it's now present day it's called West Virginia, and it's right across the Potomac River. I think it's the Potomac, yes. So it's on the other side. If you notice where I have the little house, that's where he was going into the armory where they make the weapons, and he was going there to seize it so he could have weapons to fight off slavery. He had already went to several slave plantations and took out the master. He didn't kill the women and children. Nat Turner actually killed women and children. He killed everybody, all the white people. He killed over 60-some white people in Virginia. So Virginia was a hot spot for slavery. Virginia was a very hot spot when it came to active rebellions. There were over 300-some rebellions. All right, now, here we go. So his actions helped to move the United States toward war. On the evening of October 16, 1859, abolitionist John Brown led 21 men down the road to Harper's Ferry in Virginia. The plan was to take the town Federal Armory because they had, military weapons in there. So now if you see on the picture, if you can see the little red circle, it's moved there now, but it was actually over to the right where you see the when you come across the bridge, that bridge to the left, all that overgrowth, it was actually on that side. It was a hotel over there, but the railroad had bought it, and they kind of tore the hotels and some of it, the stuff and they moved over the building. So even though, because in this country you have a right, understand something. If the government is not treating you right, you have a right to overthrow the government, And that's what they're doing. He didn't believe in slavery, and it wasn't just him. That's why I want y'all to understand. It was a whole bunch of free black men and a few slaves, but these were men that was willing to give their life for their people. All right, John Anthony Copeland, Lewis Lenery, Dangerfield, Nuby, Shields Green, and of course John Brown, the white man in the middle, and Osborne Perry Anderson. These men went there and they took out some people there too to get to the armory, and they did what they had to do. Now, one of the things that happened, because I told you about that hotel, well, right when you cross the bridge, they had a black man there who was like, when the trains or something come in, or when people come in, he'd be there. And when he saw them coming in with weapons, he tried to go tell people. They popped him first because he was going to snitch to the white folks, telling them, hey, these here. So they took him out first, and then they went on to do what they had to do. They ended up getting captured. Matter of fact, Robert E. Lee he was in the Union Army at the time, the leader. He ended up becoming the leader, general of the Confederacy, but at that time he was in the Union Army before there was a separation. So he actually was he was like a lieutenant colonel, and he was there that broke into the building and seized them and arrested them. Now let's see what we got to say. Our brother say, thank Bionic Woman. Soft case from off money when physical therapy was started. Okay. Everybody speaking to each other. And we thank you, 3,000 Degrees, coming here and showing support. We appreciate you, our brother. Now, let us continue. And we're going to get to the veteran news and all of that. Now, what a lot of people don't understand, that many of the civilized tribes, they fought on the side of the Confederates. And this is a picture of Native Americans, red natives, actually with a Confederate flag, because they served in the Confederate Army. There's some of them that did so. Did you know that? Let us know if you knew that. Give us a Y. If you didn't, give us an N. You can put yes or no. Now, we talked about our brother here on several occasions, Private William Lee Duckworth Sr. He's the one that invented the cadence, sound off, 1, 2, sound off, 3, 4, your left, your right, your left, and I pick up the step, your left. He invented that during World War II. He actually also invented the one I can't stand. Now, this one I'm mad at him about, Jody Got Your Girl and Gone. That was this brother here. He was from Sandersville, Georgia. And he learned the rhythm and the singing when he was working on the railroad. As a younger man, he worked on the railroad, and that's where the sound and the rhythm they would use to tear down the tracks and put them in place. And also, that's where country music comes from Black people, yes. Now, let us continue. Now, we're going to, with the practical everyday devices, it's so many of them we can't cover them. I'm talking about the lawnmower, the broom, the doorknob, the modern toilet. I say the modern toilet, the one you see today. There were toilets before it, but we're going to talk about one person in particular, okay? We're going to talk about the man who invented, he's most popularly known for the light bulb, and his name is Lewis Latimer. And he invented the light bulb. They say, well, hold on. I thought Thomas Edison did that. He worked for Thomas Edison, but he has the patent for what? That light, the thing that keep it continuously lit, the filament, he invented that. So you have no light bulb without the filament. No filament, no lighting up. So he created that in the design of everything. So he did it as working for him. You say, but nah, I don't know about that. Dry cleaners, of course. Think of somebody tell us some of the inventions of Black Americans in this country. Dry cleaning is one of them, yes. If you can think of anything else, let us know. Put it in the chat. Now, he invented that. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm explaining how it happened. He also invented a light socket to put the bulb in, but I kind of have problems with the way he did it, family. He invented a wooden one. Isn't that kind of dangerous to have a wooden socket? He's a genius now. He invented several things. But am I being too critical? Am I hating on my brother? He did it with a wood socket. That could burn up everything. But apparently it didn't. That's amazing. But he invented his own wooden socket. Oh, hold on. What do you have to do with the telephone? Now listen here. Hold on. So Thomas Edison was the light bulb. Alexander Graham Bell was the telephone. So why is Louis Latimer on both patents? Huh? He say, listen here, while Alexander Graham Bell is credited with the first telephone patent, Latimer helped patent the telephone by providing Bell with blueprints. So you can't make it without blueprints, huh? And application expertise. So unless you can get it to work, he the one that made it work. And you're gonna understand why. Now look, so dry cleaning was been in the 1800s, yes, by a black man, a black American. And then ironing board, sewing machine. Now CCTV, closed circuit television. I remember closed circuit. I didn't know the sewing machine. Now y'all just getting to women's hygiene product. Yes, two sisters invented that with a 6th grade education. They invented the walker. You know how people walk around on the walker? And the sisters invented female like sanitary napkins. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Many times black people would invent things that were practical. So because we were the one doing a lot of the work, so we would make things that made stuff easier. Now, during slavery, we didn't always get credit for them because the master would get credit for them. There was a copying pen in the 1700s that Thomas Jefferson, they say he made, but his slaves made it. They had it where they put a pen here and had a pen over here, and they had it connected. So when you write, you could write 2 different letters. They'll move at the same time. Yes, indeed. It's still there right now. Let's see. H-Town is picky. If it works, it works. But come on, man. Because the brother, look, you about to see this man. He's on the patent for the phone and for the, I'm too picky. I am sometimes. And he invented the light bulb. Can't you invent a metal socket that don't burn the house down? Okay, I agree. Okay, I give him his respect. Respect to our brother. That's not all he invented. We're just going to do his inventions for everyday inventions because y'all tell me the other ones. Oh, now he didn't invent the electric car, but let me know. Give me a Y in the chat if you knew that there were electric cars in the early 1900s and even in the 1800s. Give me a Y. And give me an N if you didn't know. There were electric cars. He played a big part. He didn't invent the electric cars, but because of his knowledge, I want you to follow me. He wrote the first book that talked about harnessing energy. All right, not Ben Franklin. He did. That's why he was able to invent these things, because he learned how to harness energy. And he wrote the book and other people got it and started reading it. So Bionic Woman say she did not know. Yes, our brother Charles said he did know there were electric cars. I only learned about this about 6 months ago, a year. I said electric cars back then. They just stopped making them, but they did. The traffic light, ice cream. We saved Cadillac back in the day. We saved Cadillac because we bought them like crazy. The potato chip. Yes, indeed. Now let's go back to our brother, what he did here. So the book covered the history of electric lighting, explained the principles of electricity, described and design and construction of electric lamps, included advice for electricians and engineers. Now, there are other people, they see it on the book, but he wrote the book, or black man wouldn't be on it if he didn't write. He wouldn't be on all these things. He wrote the book, and those other people that kind of assisted, but he wrote the book. That's why, like our brothers say, the GPS, yes, indeed, black woman invented that. The black American, she invented that. Now, he also, I'm not saying he made the first air condition, but he made one of the earlier air conditions. Okay, family. He Latimer patented an early air conditioning unit in 1888. I'm sorry. If y'all can think of some more inventions. Now, he was the first to do this, and I want y'all to follow me. Isn't it amazing? He made so many different type of inventions. Latimer patented the first toilet for railroad cars in 1874. So the first, he was the first one to patent. Now, let us continue. Now we're going to talk about computers in AT. My favorite, the peanut butter, yes. And they use that, and we're going to talk. Look him up in Henry Ford. Give me a second. I got to step away for a second. Give me a second. Y'all write down some more inventions that they made. Oh boy, I walked away. God dog, I was all the way up on the screen. Give me a second here. I should have kept it on the screen. I meant to put the thing up there. All right, family, let me get my face back here. Apologize about that, family. I thought it took me off. Now, so technology-wise, when it comes to information technology, several things. So we about to get into it. Now, as far as George Washington Carver, he did make improvements using peanut butter, but he also helped with crop rotation. You're going to find that a lot of Black people, like Lewis Latimer, his family farmed with sharecropping. His parents were slaves, but he would take cotton, you can light it and get a flare. Other people had lit stuff, but it couldn't keep it lit. He did continual lighting, which actually created the light. All right, now, hairbrush, fire extinguisher, egg beater, elevator. Now, what in particular they did for the elevator, they had some newer versions of elevators that Black Americans made. There were other elevators that white people and other people made, but we made improvements on it. And the invention that we created that nobody else did was the automatic door openers. Black Americans that created that. Betty Bob said, Jerry Lawson, the computer game, and computer console. You know, I heard about that, Jerry Lawson. I hadn't thought about that in a while. Yeah, yes. The software that Bill Gates had, that he started the program with Microsoft. A Black man, two other white guys, I want to say, but they was nerds. He got that from them. But he told them about it, so he say, that wasn't nothing he created. He didn't create that. They created it out of their mind. And he say he went to them and said, hey, y'all want to be part of this? They said, nah, we're just doing it for fun. Did you hear what I said? For fun. Any other inventions? Y'all let us know. Y'all coming up with some great inventions. Now let's talk about these IT, dealing with computers, security. We'll talk about more detail. We're only going over a few tonight because we got other things to cover. Software design, application, networks, communication, hardware, database, software design, just continue. Let's talk about it. The personal computer, specifically the IBM personal computer. One Black man holds at least 3 of the 9 patents. Okay, now his name is Martin Dean. When it comes to the IBM personal computer, that's him to the right. And He did significant things that changed the game. Now, I didn't know the pressure cooker. Y'all teaching me something. Typewriter and the pressure cooker. But we ain't done nothing. Oh, listen to this here. The first color PC monitor was by Mark Dean. Now, he's not that old. You know what? Mark Dean was born in 1957. So he's 11 years older than me. Now, look at this one. Now, this is the most powerful, family. What good is having a computer if you can't communicate or connect it to something? Guess what he did? The ISA bus allows external devices to connect to a computer. This man invented that himself. All right? Huh? Did you hear me? So the reason they can connect to the internet to another device is because of him. Now, he invented also the first gigahertz chip. He led the team that created it, meaning he was the first processor that could perform 1 billion calculations per second. It was a fast one. Now, it was another African brother in 1989. I didn't get to put him in here, but I will recognize him going forward. Another black man from Nigeria, but he was living in the United States. He created the world's fastest computer in 1989 at that time. Now, the pencil sharpener, mailbox. I didn't know that. Spark plug. I knew the pencil sharpener, but I don't know about the mailbox. God dog. The cell phone by Henry Sampson. Y'all better look him up. You say, well, y'all didn't invent the internet. You better go look. Now, this the one I like. Now, Miss Sarah Good, I like her. You know what she invented? The folding bed. Because, I grew up poor, so we had to have rollaway beds. We call it rollaway beds. But was it the one on the wall or the rollaway bed? Which one was it? Betty Bops. Now, let us continue. See, family, this is an interactive thing up in there. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, listen. He inventor of IBM personal computer, holds 3 of the 9 patents. And we show the 3 patents that he had for making the color monitor, where you can see in color, and the be able to hook up to external devices, and the first processor, the folding bed. Okay, the elevator. Come on, family, y'all putting it out there. I appreciate you. We got to honor people that sacrifice for this country. Uh-oh. Now, hold on. You doing too much black stuff, H-Town vet. Ain't no black person had nothing to do with no ice cream, yes. Ain't nobody got nothing to do with no dog GPS. Ain't no black people got nothing to do with that. People over in NASA somewhere made that. Yeah, you might be right. Not necessarily NASA. Let me see what she worked for. I think she worked for the Navy. My brother was right. I don't have no confirmation that she was in the Navy. All right, but she worked. So she was able to, what about that GPS? Connects to satellites. And we're going to talk about the satellites in a minute. Now, here we go. The GPS, where you can travel from one place to another using your GPS. You can get directions, all type of things you can do with GPS. Global Positioning System. Who did that? She did it. Nobody else. It was her. Her name was Dr. Gladys West. I won't say was. She may still be alive. I'm not for sure. Developed of the Global Positioning System. Yes, that's that brother's name. This brother here, I don't know if he invented the internet, but I know he played an important part in it. I'm not for sure. You may be right. Don't get me wrong. I'm yes, indeed. That's his name, Sister Betty Bops. He's the that's what. So she helped us. First Gulf War, GPS 1, tank battles. Yeah, I was in the tanks. So yes, indeed. For US, yes, indeed. It kept us from taking each other out, because without, for a while there, it could be a problem. I wish them A10 Warhawks, they had the GPS, because they seemed like they didn't know who we were from the enemy sometimes. I'm just complaining. Sorry. Now, she was Dr. Gladys West contributed to mathematical modeling of the Earth's shape. So the reason you know exactly the shape based on accuracy, and she's the one that pretty much mapped it out mathematically, where we know the bumps and everything, how everything's shaped. She did that. All right. Led the team, she did it. Helped harvest crops on her family's small farm in Virginia. Her mama worked at the cigarette factory close in Richmond, Texas. Not Richmond, Texas, Richmond, Virginia. And her daddy worked at the railroad, and he's a farmer. The reason I bring this up, because farming plays a big part in a lot of the inventions that Black people make, because they become one with nature. And this is how we learn how to do things. The man that invented the helicopter, the man that invented the airplane, the aircraft, first aircraft that you can move around, control the whole thing. All right. Now listen, so that's how we honor her, our mother. I got one beef with her, y'all. Can I have beef, or can I read the mail? Why is she gonna meet her husband at work? She invented like 10, 12 things, so many things she invented. Now, hold on. Couldn't she invented more things if she wouldn't? He was a mathematician. He's a mathematician too. I think they're still alive. He's a mathematician too. But if she'd have spent more time on work and trying to find a husband at work, who? Let me ask you this here: who is against people dating at work, in the workplace? What's your position on that? Let's read the mail. Would you date somebody where you work at? Would you date Did you date somebody in your unit? How you feel? If you had to do it over again, would you do it? We reading the mail here. But we thank her for all of her inventions. Now, what the moon got to do with Black people? Betty Bops says Garrett Morgan, gas mask. Yes, indeed. He invented it. There was no gas mask until he made it. This is true. Now, first one on the moon. So we have Dr. Annie Easley, the moon landing software. So she's the one that worked on the Centaur rocket stage at NASA. So when they were getting ready to go up in the air, she's the one that calculated a lot of things. She analyzed data for the battery storage, how much battery charge they would need, alternative energy, developed and test console for the Centaur rocket. She was pretty much all the way involved in it. But you ever see that movie, Hidden Figures? She and two other Black women, we're about to mention one more of them, but I'm sorry I didn't have the other sister in here for this time. I had to cut it down, make it short. But she had a lot to do with the rocket getting up in the air and getting to the moon. Now the other sister, let's talk about it. Now here's the other sister here, our other elder, our ancestor now. She passed maybe in 2023 or 2019. I forget which year they did. One of them passed in 2019. One passed in 2023, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Bionic Woman say, hi, Harold USMC. And he say, good evening, family. Good evening to our brother. We're talking about any inventions you know that Black people did, Black Americans. But we did acknowledge our African brother because he did a very pivotal thing, making the fastest computer in 1989. He was originally from Nigeria, but he was here in America when he did it. Now, with Dr. Evelyn Boyd Granville, the moon landing software, May 1st, she was, let me see, is that? Let me see, she was born, okay, her birthday was May 1st, 1924, Washington, D.C. She had been a fierce advocate of STEM education throughout her life. She wanted young people to get into STEM. Now, created computer software to analyze satellite orbits for NASA space program. She and her husband sold eggs from their chicken farm in Texas. So some point she moved to Texas. She moved out. She stayed for a number of years. But these are Southern people. You got to understand these people. So I'm letting you know how nature and how important it is. And I had to bring it out because she lived in Texas. So, you know, I'm claiming part of her skills too. Texas had an influence on it. Now, so these women, along with another black woman, if you ever watched the movie Hidden Figures, you'll see it. Even Taraji P. Henson. Yeah, do y'all realize? Do you know who she's the granddaughter of? Somebody tell me what did her grandfather do that was great? Taraji P. Henson. Her granddaddy was the first, and I don't like using that term first, but he was the first to go to a certain place. Almost everybody else was dead, but he was the one that reached the top. I shouldn't say I gave too much away. Now, let us continue. So without them, the rocket wouldn't have launched. The Apollo, I forget which Apollo. When they landed there, she was the one, when they went back up in the air, coming back to Earth, both of these women helped calculated them coming back, or they would have missed Earth. And also, they played a critical role when they landed. All right, so very important. Now, I just threw this in here because this is my home. If you come visit Houston, go to the Houston Space Center. All right, it's in the area right there. It's called Houston. It's Houston, but it's a little neighborhood over there. I forget the name of the neighborhood, but it's right over there off 45 and what's that, 16 somewhere. So the Houston Space Center, and it's fun. When I was there as a boy, when I was growing up, I went there. You got to understand, I was born in 68. So this stuff happened around that time. So when I was a little boy in elementary, when I went to the Space Center, it wasn't much there because most of the stuff was still up in the air. You know, it wasn't, it had just this. So they had a few moon rocks. They had that little cart they drove. They had one of those and a couple other things. It wasn't much in there. Now, if you go there, you're going to see a lot. This is only one of two that still exist. One here, and I think the other one is in Florida or California. So you go, these are some of the rockets. These are other rockets that they didn't launch, that they still have. One of them is here in Houston. And I went there, it's very nice. And this is what the astronauts test here in Texas, in Houston, Texas. And this is also astronaut test stuff that they do a lot of different tests. I tried to sneak over there. I almost went to jail because I tried to sneak out. I was nosy. Now, transportation. What did we do as far as transportation, Black Americans? So tell me if you've ever heard of C.R. Patterson. Okay. Yeah, so this is a very important thing. Since we're talking about transportation, he said the white Harley Davidson in the Easy Rider with the American flag on the gas tank was designed by two Black designers, but they were left out of the credits because the producers didn't like them. Yeah, so they didn't just do it. They actually, you saw how in the Easy Rider, when the two famous actors, Peter Fonda and Hopper, Dennis Hopper, when they were going through the South, those two Black men had done that already. They actually been the chopper. If I'm not mistaken, the chopper motorcycle was invented by those Black men that made those choppers for that movie. Yeah. Did y'all know that? Now, here we go. The first luxury automobile. So right around the time of Ford had some of the first production line cars, but he made custom cars around the same time. Maybe 2 or 3 years later, around the same time, he made them. In C. Patterson, he made luxury automobiles. His were custom. All right. He had 30 horsepower, 4 cylinders, electric start and lighting, split windshields, And if you can see them, some of the first one you see at the bottom with him, but at the top you can see a more of a fancier one they made. The vehicles, he do have patents. He himself, because it was a car company with his sons, he himself had the vehicle dashboard. A patent for a vehicle dashboard was granted in 1905. So he was making cars the same time as Henry Ford. Henry Ford got the game from who? George Washington Carver, who made the peanut grade, right? Because he taught him how to set up assembly line. Go look for pictures with George Washington Carver with Henry Ford, because they always had to have black people teaching them the game. Then they get it and they make all the money, because they figure all I gotta do is be nice to black people, and that tends to work. Hey, you're my friend. I ain't gonna share none of this money with you. Come on, friend. Now let's get the deal straight first before I tell you anything. Now, the buggy top, a patent of the buggy top was granted in 1911 with his sons. So he didn't invent that by himself. Him and his son invented the buggy top. I don't know what a buggy top is, but I'm gonna have to look that up. Now let's see what he said here. Even Harry say, devil dog. Y'all stuff here. Now, here we go. Let's continue. The Patterson Car Company. Because you got to understand, Ford cars were cheap and cheaply built. The first vehicles that they made were cheaply built. His was not. They were custom, but they took longer. Now, he ended up going out of business, but he started making some of the first, what do you call them? Like big buses. He made those, like Greyhound buses and stuff like that. He went into that business. Now, here's you say George Washington Carver fuels lubricants for automobiles. Yes. And what's that one that made the real McCoy? That's where that term, the real McCoy, comes from. McCoy made the self-lubricating thing for the trains, self-lubricating joints. So because it'd be dry and they had to come squeeze oil on them, he made it where they self-lubricate. Say he was half brother of Matthew Henderson. Did not know that. Now, the monkey wrench, that's why they call it the monkey wrench, was invented by, I want to say it was by Jack Johnson. Am I right? Jack Johnson out of the famous boxer Jack Johnson out of Galveston, Texas. And yeah. Now that's so Betty Bob said, did George Washington Carver make the first plastics? I know he did make some plastics. He made paints out of it. He did not, unfortunately, he was not a person that was interested in patents and stuff. So people but he created all the stuff, especially over at the Tuskegee Institute. He was more concerned about making the stuff. Now, let us continue. Now, we hear about the Wright brothers. This is actually the Wright the Wright Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio, and they give you the impression that the first aircraft was invented by the Wright brothers, and maybe the first airplane-looking aircraft, but they were not the first one to get the patent. Matter of fact, it was actually a black man, and theirs was more of a glider. They had the yes, indeed, blood plasma was invented by black people. Now let us continue, family. So they got this man here, Charles Page, out of Louisiana. He got his patent for the air machine. So basically, he built it in 2003 before the Wright brothers, not 1903 before the Wright brothers, right? And then, but he submitted his stuff, but he didn't get his patent to 2000. I keep saying 2000 in 1906 before the Wright brothers got their patent. But in 1904, he sent his machine to a fair, I want to say in Kansas, and the white people just took it, either destroyed it or kept it for themselves. And he spent $100,000, yeah, back then, to make it. and he didn't want to do it anymore. He just went back into farming. Again, you see these technological black people deeply rooted in farming. He loved fireflies and studying them and how they flew. That's where he got his inspiration for. All right. Now, two miles from him, hold on, that's his machine. And so that's showing the differences in the machine. He had more like a ship with two balloons, but he could navigate, control it, and everything. And that's the Wright brothers to the right. But they only they acknowledged them because they was white, you know. Now, he invented the first aircraft, 1903, and got his patent in 1906, like I said. Maybe in weeks or 3 weeks to a month before the Wright brothers. It was a short period of time, but he got his first. And this is the World Fair that he wanted to go to. Other people went there. Isn't it funny? They had things similar to his design there, even though he wasn't able to be there. They stole his design and bootlegged it. Do you see this here? This is the actual fair. That's why you got to see. I'm gonna tell you, anybody, if you patent anything, make sure you send a certified letter back to yourself and don't open it with your patent in there. Because if you go to a patent lawyer, I've known one man, it was a white guy. He patented something and he gave it to his lawyer, which was a patent lawyer. The lawyer put the patent in for itself. And when he found that out, you know what he did? He went there, bang, bang, took him out. Real life, this happened some years ago. So you be careful. Make sure you have documentation of anything that you invent. Now, here's the other man that lived, his neighbor, Paul Leo Ortegro. This black man, invented the first helicopter. Yeah, her great-grandfather was the first to go to the North Pole. The other people died. The white man was there too, but he was the first one to reach the summit. The guy was there with him. Everybody else pretty much died because, you know, they first went up there in that air. And do you know when it was time for them to honor him, the people that went to it, they wouldn't let him in there. He went in as a servant to get in there, and they honored the white man, but they didn't honor him. What the guy should have done, say, hey, if you're not going to let Mr. Henson in here, I'm not coming up here. But, you know, he probably, oh, it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. That's why we get lost in history, because everything all right. But he created and flew the first working helicopter in 1922, the year my big mama was born. This man here, that's the actual photo of him doing it. Yeah, I know it's a little crazy, but he made it off farm equipment. Don't judge him. But it flew. He got up to about 15 to 20 feet off the ground. And, you know, the patent people came and they saw it worked. And I think he even had it where he can put people on it and they can fly up in the air with him. Huh? This is the genius of my people. And he was a veteran, a World War I veteran. He lived two miles from the man that invented the aircraft in Louisiana. Now, and this is his patent information that he put, because he put more stuff. Now let's talk about medical innovations, number 5. We have one more set after this. Now, when we're going to talk about impact, how Black Americans impacted the medical. Because we've made several inventions, man. So many inventions, I can't name them. But let's do it. Now, this wonderful beautiful Black American woman, she created a laser surgery device, meaning before that they would cut into your eye. She made a laser that could cut the lens out and get the cataracts out. Huh? Let me say something about my brother. Coasty says, good evening, H-Town and the family. Good evening, brother. Now, that's her device to the right. That's a photo of her around the time she created it. Her name was Patricia Bath, Dr. Patricia Bath. I do apologize. I do have down here MD, medical doctor. She was a medical, you know, the one dealing with the eye doctor. Was an ophthalmologist from Harlem, New York. In 1986, she invented the laser Fasco probe. All right, revolutionized the treatment of cataracts. She changed the whole game. She recently passed, I think, in 2019. But this wonderful woman and our mother did what she's supposed to do. Matter of fact, it was so amazing. Around the same time she invented it, it went crazy everywhere because my great grandmother got cataract surgery using this laser device. I remember it because people couldn't see that good, you know. So it would be a laser cut, a little cutting eye and dealing with glaucoma. Look at Betty Bot say good does come out of New York. She came out of New York. Her people were from the South. Most likely, I have to check. They may be from North or South Carolina, but a lot of good people come out of New York. A lot of good people come out of New York. Now, what about heart? Dealing with the heart, medical. What about heart surgery? Let's talk about it. Now, this is Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, the first successful open heart surgery. He did this in 1893, and this is the gentleman here, Mr. He performed the first successful open heart surgery on James Cornish in 1893. And I knew about this. Cornish, 24 years old, was stabbed in the chest during a bar fight. Yeah, he got stabbed and they cut his heart. Operation repaired a tear in the pericardium, the sac around the heart. So the outside of the heart, they cut that. James walked out of the hospital 51 days later after the surgery and lived another 20 years. I hope he didn't go back to a bar fight. Now, this was in Chicago, I believe. Yeah, so this man he did so much, I can't even begin to tell you. He founded a hospital. That's the hospital he's at. He founded one of the first integrated hospitals. He did so much. He was a very proud black man. And almost all these people you talk about, really, they all was what? Dealing with the civil rights movement. They all was for the betterment of the black people. Now, here we go. Our brother say, Joseph Price, I ain't seen my homie in a while. Let me know if you agree to the rules, because I think you did. Let me know. What's going on, H-Town and the Vet family? Because let me know if you agree to the rules or not yet, because we got rules. All you got to do is say yes to them. Let me know if you did, Brother Price, but glad to have you here. I think you may have been one of the first one. I'm not for sure. Now, you know what eats me up? I want to know how the gentleman passed. Did he pass because of his heart? There's no record of did he go to another bar and get into a fight? After that, he should have stayed out of the bars. Huh? He should have stayed out of the bars. So he lived 20 years. So he lived to what would that mean? 1913, I guess that is. That gentleman in the photo lived in 1913. Now, what about y'all brought this up, the blood bank, blood plasma. This doctor here, Dr. Charles Drew, the blood bank. He's the man with the arrow. You say, oh, he looked like a white. No, he's a black man. He lived as a black man. He's from a black family. Now, was born in Washington, D.C. in 1904. He was a surgeon, researcher, invented the modern blood bank used in blood transfusions during World War II. He saved so many people's lives and continue to save them to this day. Invented a safe way to store, process, and transport blood plasma. This man doing all this, not just inventing, he's showing you how to carry it around. Now, saved lives during World War II, but it also revolutionized blood plasma storage. So this is the brother in the middle amongst his people. You know what I'm saying? And that's why these ain't no people of color. These are black people. And it's part of our culture. Now, we've been good to everybody, you know, but it's part of our culture, what we do. Now, paramedics, hold on. Y'all say H-Town. Black people ain't got nothing to do with no paramedics. I don't know what you talking about. You out your mind, H-Town. You don't know what went on way back then. Well, it really wasn't that long ago. Let's see. Yes, we did. It was called the Freedom House. We invented the first paramedic services where they treated you in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where they treated you on the way there. Now they got thank God for the white doctors that taught them how to do the medical treatment. We thank God for them. So there was some white doctors from, I remember, it may have been some black nurses too, but some white doctors taught them how to do certain things to keep people alive. Okay, let me pull the rules up. See, I see how my brother, I ain't have to ask him 3 times. Look how brother. He say, I didn't agree yet, but yes, I do agree to the rules. Here are the rules. Let me know if you disagree now, because you hadn't seen them yet. Ignoring H-Town vet warnings, chatting without agreeing to the rules, name dropping non-chat members, any attempt to hijack or undermine the H-Town vet channel. Let me know which one you disagree with so we can argue, brother. Come on, I want you to disagree because I'm ready to go at it. I'm messing with you, brother. Well, y'all doing good. I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all show smashing them likes. Y'all something else. Thank you, my brother. Now, let's go back to what I was saying. That's why I say nobody more patriotic. Hold on. What you say? These brothers. Hold on. Let me try to get. I'm gonna put some of y'all statements up because I want other people to see them, to see y'all communicating with each other. Sorry that I wasn't putting a lot of them up before. I'm gonna go back. Everybody saying hi to our brother Joseph. All right. Let me see. Make sure I didn't miss nothing. Now you talk about the Harley Davidson. And they saying how make sure I don't miss. I don't know if I got everybody. And the monkey wrench, plastic, blood plasma. Yes, we just covered that. You got to it before me. I'm just make sure I don't miss nobody, okay, family? And so let's do. I'm sorry if I missed y'all so far. Now listen. These were the first ambulance drivers that did medical work on you. Back in the day, they either pick you up in a hearse when you got injured or the police would take you to the hospital, right? In this big vehicle, but they wasn't treating you. So with no major stuff. Freedom House Ambulance Service had the first emergency medical EMS system in the world. In 1967, founded in a predominantly black neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The reason they founded it is because black people couldn't go to every hospital. You couldn't go to the white hospital, they wouldn't treat you. So they had to drive to the black. So people were dying because they get into an accident or they get into a fight and get stabbed, shot, or whatever. So they wanted to make it. They wanted these doctors, the hospital, hey, can you teach us how to save our people so we can get them to the black hospitals? Huh? Guess what they did? First, to treat cardiac arrest with chest compression, rescue breathing, and intubulation outside of a hospital. These men were the first one to do it. First to use oxygen tanks and defibrillators inside the ambulance. What happened? They was around for 7 years, from 8 years, from 1967 to 1975. Racist white people in Pittsburgh shut down the Freedom House in 1975. And they just got white people to do the job and say, hey, look, we did this. But the good doctors did help them. And I thank God for those white doctors that helped them learn those medical things so they could save people. Now, let me see what he say here. He say, Mary Mahoney, a professional nurse in a house. Yes. Yeah, we come in all type of ways. I can't think of her name right now, but it's a black woman. She was a woman of the night, and she was like a call girl. She bought up most of Harlem, pushed the white people out, and she started selling the homes and buying the homes for black people there. One of the first millionaires in the United States. Female millionaires. Did you hear me? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we love her too. Now, the two gentlemen, I think it's the two gentlemen to the right. Those are ones that were in the ambulance service. They had a book about it. You need to go look it up. I forget the name of the book right now, but these gentlemen invented it and they started doing it all over the world. Whenever you hear somebody talking about they were the first to do this here, and this is Michael Brown and George McCrae, the third in the middle, I believe it is. That's a picture of him on the shirt. Yes, indeed. These brothers did what they had to do. They come up with it on their own. This is how much ingenuity my people have. Now, we somebody mentioned this a little earlier. Yes, safety and protection devices. So let's go to number 6. This is the last one, the last section. And we went over this before. Garrett Morgan, somebody mentioned it. He invented the stoplight and he invented the gas mask. And we got a picture. If you look in the upper right-hand corner, this is actually from a newspaper article. That's him kind of in the middle. He saved 3 men that were trapped in a gas-filled area, right? Oh, let me get some water here. Give me a second, y'all. Yes, they were down in a cave. Let me see. They were actually down in a cave, and he went down there and rescued all 3 of the men because nobody else could do it. And you know how important this gas mask was. Why? Because it was something that ended up being used in the military, right? Now, he invented several things, but those are 2 major we remember for safety. Now, let's see what our brothers say. That's weird. In 1977, Pittsburgh Airport, a white guy had a heart attack. We worked on him. White ambulance showed up and we stopped CPR. They just hauled him out. No life-saving after that by them. Okay, let me explain something to you, okay? Okay, let me get something straight. Let's go back to the picture now. Now, I got to go back to something here. Let me come up on the. I'm up on the screen. I want you to notice one of the photos. So you got to understand something. You're so true, but I need you to understand something, family. All right, with these brothers, they were so effective. Let me pull it back up on the screen, and I want y'all to understand this. They were so effective. Look at the photo to the right, upper right corner. That's white people started getting treatment from them. They started helping white people because they were so effective. Yes, you got to understand. They hired the whites, but not because of their skill. These brothers are the ones that had the skill. They invented it. They listened to the doctor. They just gave them the white guys the jobs and took the black people out of them. And then they tell us, hey, won't you pick yourself up by your bootstrap? So they just changed the rules. When we do something, they just change the rules. And when they start talking about like DEI, excuse me, isn't that DEI? You take people that's not qualified to do job. Yeah, you know how I know this personally? What he's saying personally? In 77 or 76, I think it was 76 or 77, I got hit by a car. I got to get hit by a car in Fifth Ward. I'm the only black person to get hit by a white man in Fifth Ward. I don't know what he was doing in Fifth Ward. I have no idea what this man was doing in Fifth Ward, but he just was driving, and I was chasing my friend with a fishing pole. We used to play, we call chase. And if you touch each other with the pole, you it now. So I ran out of the driveway, his grandfather's driveway, and we didn't have no sidewalks. So when I touched the curb, my foot slipped down. He just happened to be driving. He hit my leg. I spun around. I fell out. And the man came back crying and running. I was kind of knocked out. It didn't cut me or nothing. It just knocked me out. You know, I hit the ground. And I'm dazed. And I'm seeing this man running back, screaming, and oh, Lord, or whatever, right? And I'm like, what's this guy tripping about? Because I didn't know I got hit by a car. So I'm laying there. They say I went into shock or whatever. When I wake up, the man, he had left. I don't know if he left his information. I don't know what he did. But he had, they say he stayed around and talked to Miss Mary, my neighbor, that I was playing with her kids. When I wake up, she's arguing with the ambulance driver, these two white guys that won't even take me to the hospital. Say ain't nothing wrong with him. They say he was in a cold sweat. I had to put a blanket on him because she said I was shivering and all this stuff. And they wouldn't take me. But guess what happened? I understand my grandmother took me and I stayed in the hospital a whole week. I'm gonna tell y'all what I like. I know I shouldn't be laughing. My daughter get mad when I laugh about stuff. But that was the best week of my life because back then, let me tell you something. They did not put you in the hospital. They had no children ring at the hospital I was at. It was over, in the hood, kind of the black section. I ain't gonna say the hood. So they put me in the hospital with grown-ups. So this one guy next to me, he was in a bar and a part of his calf had got shot off because he just happened to be in the bar drinking. Somebody came there looking for their woman and was mad or jealous and shot a shotgun and shot part of his calf off. And I was running around the hospital with one of my IVs on me, with the little blood down. And I was because I was a kid. I was just running all the way around the hospital. They tried to catch me because I had on one of those, what do you call them, hospital gowns. And it's open, it's face the nation in the back. And if you start chasing a child, what they gonna do? Run. I had fun. That was the best week of my childhood. And that like one of the best. I know I shouldn't be happy about being in the hospital. Thank God for my parents. And it was right next to my aunt's house, right? So she brought me fruit. My mom stayed there. She ate my bacon in the morning before I woke up. She stayed the whole 2 days. She said, I want to apologize. I said, what? She said, I ate one of your bacons. Because she hadn't eaten it. I said, eat as much as you want. Because I just asked them, because all I like to do is ask the nurses, because I was the only child in the thing. And so I was treated like a king over there. Now, I don't want to get hit by no more cars. Real story, true story. Now, so here we go. Like we were saying with our brothers. Now, back to what we were saying about the safety devices. We say this brother invented, our elder Garrett Morganson invented the stoplight, the modern day stoplight with the red, yellow, and green, because he saw too many accidents. Okay, his thing was he was an inventor and businessman who came to Cleveland in his 20s, best known for inventing a three-light traffic light in 1923. Now, General Electric, they paid him $40,000 for it. And he also invented the gas mask. Now, and a newspaper. He did so many other things and invented other things too, but that's some of the things we know about. And our mother here in 1966, she invented the home alarm system. That's all I can tell you. She invented it. I ain't say she improved nothing. I didn't say she made it better. She invented it. Now, she drew up all it, and this is her patent number. Her husband kind of just put it all together. You see that laying in the bed over there? She could be in the bed and somebody out in the front door and she could talk to him from there. She had all that. Cameras and all this stuff, I think. Some kind of, all type of alarms on the doors. She had a mind on her, boy. I couldn't think about that kind of stuff. Now, so I hope you enjoyed the inventions. I think that's it. So we talked about patriotism, being patriotic of Black Americans, and military inventions that we made, practical everyday inventions. There were so many of them were named in the chat, but we talked about Lewis Latimer, who invented the light bulb, who was instrumental in inventing the telephone, and several other inventions. We talked about information technology, hold on. Did I miss something? Did we talk about the medical doctors? Yeah, we talked about all that. Yeah, myself. We went through that pretty good. Look at that. Transportation advancements, the helicopter, luxury cars back around the time of Henry Ford, Patterson Car Company. And we also talked about the aircraft. We talked about medical innovations such as open heart surgery, blood plasma. We talked about it. Safety and protective devices such as home alarm systems, gas masks, stoplight, things like that. It's so many. That's why I had to break it down, because we couldn't be all day with it. But we'll talk about a few more as time go on. Now, so that's what we were talking about. Go back and do your research on Black American inventions, some of the critical things that have happened. Now, let's talk about VA law update. So while we're looking for the VA law update, tell us how y'all been doing. Anybody didn't get to tell us how the weather is where you're at, let us know. If anybody's getting snow coming up, let us know if you're getting any snow. Let us know, family. And we're going to be looking up the law update, okay? Thank y'all for your patience. So let me see if there's any law update with the VA. And we got it. Then we're going to go to news. Let's see if there's any law change. Tell us how that weather is where you at, fam. What's going on, Brother Price, where you at? Let us know. Not no update, but like I said, coming up, what we're going to do, there's no update on VA law right now. It's the same. So Betty Bob say it's mixed, windy, will be early tomorrow. Anybody shut in where they can't leave their house, let us know. There's no VA law update on ga.gov. We're going to have some here, though. Let's see. Not on va.gov, but we got law updates that we want to go over. Since they haven't been having it, we're going to tell y'all what's going on here, family. Let me get on the full screen with it. Now, 3 major VA benefit changes in 2025. There are others, but these are the 3 main ones. This is VA law update. So these laws will not affect you if you put your, before the law change, if you put your, most likely, it depends on what the VA decides. Most likely it's not going to affect your claim if you put your claim in before the new law changes. So if you have any claims that are pending, you should be all right. But if you file any claims after the new law, it's going to fall under the new law. Say same here in Pennsylvania, Betty Bob's. Now let us continue. Now, one change we talked about in the video, number 1 change is mental health ratings. There is no longer a 0% rating. That means now there's only a 100% rating, a 70% rating, 50% rating, 30%, and a 10%. All of them are compensatable before the 0%, which is not compensatable. So if you're going to get at least a 10% to get rated for mental health. Now, here's the thing. With the 70 and 100%, you don't have to be totally unable to work or function in everyday life. They changed it now. Before, remember, you have to be able to have social impairment and what's the they call it? Social and not employment, workplace impairment. I forget how we now pronounced it. So now they changed it to something else, and we don't really know what they mean about it. Anybody telling you, they lied. So I can only give you this much information I know. Now, what it does mean, and it seems to be, that if you're going to be 70 or 100%, that they don't require you not to have to work. Before, you had to be totally you could not work. You couldn't function in work environment, can't work at all. Totally unable to work to get 100%. And in actuality, that's kind of was the rule, right? Well, here's the thing. Now they're changing that. Now they're changing that, where if you're 70, 100%, and if you're still working, you might be able to get 100%. I mean, If you file for 70 or 100%, you might be getting, you can work with 70. I did too. But when I got 100, I wasn't working. Well, now they're going to try to, from what they're saying, I don't know how true it is, because you know how the VA is tricky with their words, that you should be able to work with 100%. That's the new law for mental health. You can work with 100%, period. But mental health, you're supposed to be totally unemployable. Total occupational, what do they call it? I almost said it, total occupational impairment. Total occupational and social impairment. Well, now they're not doing it based on your occupational or social impairment. So what they're doing it on, H-Town, they're doing on your level of functioning. Now you see them trick words the VA bringing in now. Levels of functioning. Guess who decides your level of functioning? The VA. Huh? I'm the VA and I say so. So if you file for mental health, that's going to be they're going to be the one that decides your level of functioning. Before, it was how bad you work. Now they're saying they're going to take it away from the workplace, but we're going to see if they do it. Now, let's see what we got here. So it used to be total work and social impairment. Now it's level of functioning. If you have your level of function is the highest, you'll be able to get the highest. So it's trick language. So Joseph say warm and clear in Southern California. Wonderful. Wonderful. Harold say 3 inches of snow in Greensboro, North Carolina. Be safe. Betty Bob say, Mr. Zimmerman, okay. I had an appointment tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. VA Baltimore. I went in, set up another appointment just in case. The earliest appointment is April the 14th. It's always like that here. She got used to it. So now that's the first one, the mental health changes. That no 0%, and the way the rating criteria is different now. It's not based on total occupational and social impairment. Now it's based on levels of functioning, and they define what that is. So we'll get more information. We'll get it to you. The second thing that's changing with the new laws in 2025 is sleep apnea. All right, they're going to change the rating. I ain't going to go into details, but they're making changes to it because it's kind of in the air. So I want to get more clear. But, I did want you to see this here. Those of you that have sleep apnea, which one you had a problem with the most? Sleep disruption or snoring? Which is the biggest one? Is it sleep disruption or snoring? So basically, sleep apnea is a result of airway collapsing, breathing stops. So either you start snoring or you sleep disruption, then you wake up because you stop breathing altogether. Some people are affected by both. Let us know. If it's sleep disruption, put a 1. If it's snoring, put a 2. If it's sleep disruption and snoring, put a 1 and a 2. Let us know, family. I'm gonna go and put mine. It used to be. Now I think it's just a 1. I don't really have other problem with it. I think it's 1. It used to be 1 and 2. Now you can get secondary conditions based on sleep apnea. Okay, so let me go and be honest, because sometimes I don't know. I'm sleep. I know. I'm gonna put both too. I put 1 in both. 1, comma. I say both when I'm fooling myself. So Betty Bob say 1 and 2. I lied and said 1 at first. Sorry. Then Army George say both 1 and 2, and then H-Town came back and told the truth, say 1 and 2. And we're talking about now. Do you know that when it comes to sleep apnea complications, that sleep apnea, that it causes arrhythmia problems with your heart, depression, fatigue, pulmonary hypertension, stroke, congestive heart failure. So these are secondary conditions, many of them that you can file as a secondary condition. But these work both ways. You can go back and forth. One might cause the other. This one might cause that one. So that's why we want to let you know that when you get a secondary condition, you can actually do the thing. Now, here we go. The third one, so we talked about the mental health. We talked about sleep apnea. That's the second changes they make. We're going to go into what the changes are when we get more detail, because I don't like putting out information I'm not real clear, because they saying they might reduce this rating, but we'll see. The third one is tinnitus, the ringing in the ears. They're going to be making changes to that. So that's law update. Now, remember what we're talking about when we showed you this chart several times. It's the snowball effect. You can take tinnitus, the ringing in the ear, and be 10%. But if that ringing causes you headaches, now here we go. You can get a percentage rating for that. If that headaches cause you to be depressed, you can get a rating for that. If you gain weight, you listening to me? You depressed and you gain weight, and it causes you to have sleep apnea, that weight gain is an intermediate to your secondary condition of sleep apnea. So that's how secondary works. The primary condition causes a secondary condition. The secondary conditions are red, but it can work going different ways, okay? I call it the snowball effect. The hip bone connected to the neck bone. Now let's get into this VA news. Family, H-Town, he said H-Town needs a bed partner. Yeah, I guess so. Now with that snowing, now here we go. This is what we're going to be talking about, family. Did y'all hear about this? That congressman sent a letter to Douglas Collins, the one over the VA, asking him some things. All right. I'm gonna take this up full screen. Hopefully it'll be clear for y'all. I'm sorry if it's blurry. Sometimes it turns out like that. So what they were doing when they had interviewed him, the one that was appointed by President Trump, they was asking him. They saying, we asked you, certain things when he was confirmed by them being transparent. So they want to know some things that, since they going into all type of records, I guess these are 5 Democratic congressmen. They asked, they want them to list all personnel. This is at the bottom, number 1 in red. Please list all personnel who report to Mr. Musk. I'm sorry, Mr. Elon Musk. I can say it better like that. Mr. Elon Musk, or are affiliated with Dog, who have visited VA facilities. Now check this out. And let's talk about number 2, the list of personnel who report to Mr. Elon Musk and are affiliated with Dodge, who have accessed or sought access to VA database or information technology. Now we're going to go more over this on Thursday, but I want y'all to understand. I want to ask y'all, are y'all concerned about the dog program? That's what these congressmen, I don't know if it's political what they're doing. Or would you be concerned? Are you concerned about the current administration, non-doctors, even the Congress, anybody having access to your medical records? And let me say why I'm saying that. They get our medical records. They can say, you know what? Look, this person have military S trauma. That's not their business. That's private. That's your medical records. Who's going to feel comfortable opening up? People that are not in the medical staff. How y'all feel about that? Do you think that's too far reaching, that they're not really doing that? Are you concerned about those things? Let us know, family. What about what we talked about when if you have self-harm thoughts or homicidal thoughts of hurting people, and then they try to take your firearms, your weapons, your Second Amendment rights? What if they look in there and say, hey, you know what, this person here, based on their medical records, do you think they try to read your medical records? And that's what they're saying here, the congressman, that they think they're using the DOGE, this to far reach to going into our medical records. If you think that they would go into the medical records, put a Y in the chat. If you don't think they're not doing that, that's just the Democrats overreaching, let us know. Put an N in the chat. Let us know. And if you're not for sure, what we'll put if you're not for sure? I don't know what it is. I'll just put not sure. I don't know. Am I concerned about it? Not really. They breached our stuff so many times. But what I'm saying, if you have certain things, this has become a concern. And we talked about the job loss and the programs. We did talk about that. And talking about layoffs. So Brother Charles, I said, I'm not sure. Brother Charleston said, yes, he think they'll go over our information. Do y'all think the current administration would be crazy enough to go into your personal medical records? Shouldn't that have legal ramifications if they were to do something like that? And we talked about in the last live stream about them doing what? Now, family, we want to, let's see what we got. They laying off people at the VA regional office. They're laying people off at the VA hospital, at the RS. And then our brother say he's not sure. Okay. Now let's see what Betty Bops thinks about it. So what you think about it, Brother Price? What you think going on? If you still here, think about how many times they lose a laptop with all our information. Yeah, but do you really think the president gonna be sitting up or Elon Musk, he gonna be sitting up looking through our medical records? You think they got that kind of time? Or somebody you saying if it's there, somebody else might get access to it. Okay, you're right. They take our stuff home all the time, don't they? They had somebody took thousands of names, 15,000 names home on the laptop back in like 2012. Layoffs. They talked about that. We talked about them pink slips. Now, fair use, family, fair use. I got a few things that I want to show you. I'm going to turn the music off. Y'all can go ahead and start chatting if you want to. Let us know what's on your mind here. Any comments or concerns about what we talked about? The music should be off now because I want to show y'all some things. Come on, let us know. No. Then give me my increase. Huh. Say they got time for all that other stuff. Give your increase. That's right. Betty says, yeah, Charles said, yes, Betty Bops. I got a letter once about that said I should check my credit report for identity theft. Now, who did you get that from, the VA? Did the VA send you that? Who sent you that? Now, if you get that from the VA, that's horrible. Somebody should be fired and put in jail. You got something like that from the VA? That sounds horrible, family. Oh boy, that's not good. Now let's see, because I want to show y'all a few things here. Family, I'm thanking y'all for being here. Fair use. We're going to show you a few videos. One dealing with the Dodge program, the dog program, and about what happened with the judge, because they're people that are trying to block them from having access. All right, family. We're gonna pull it up, and thank y'all for your patience here, family. Now let's get ready. Fair use. We're going to be showing this video what's going on. We showed a lot of what was going on last time. Now we're going to talk about the legal ramifications of what's going on. So thank you for your patience. We're going to pull this up. Give me a moment to share the screen. Here we go, fam.
Elon Musk and the so-called Department of Government Efficiency gained a legal victory in their push to remake the government. A federal judge has denied an effort from 14 Democratic state attorneys general to halt DOJ from accessing data or firing workers at certain federal agencies. The judge, Tanya Chutkan, who oversaw Jack Smith's prosecution of President Trump over classified documents, appeared skeptical of Musk's role in DOJ. She also found that the state AGs were basing their case on potential damage to agencies and residents, but did not provide enough specific examples where DOJ caused imminent or irreparable harm. However, she did leave open the door for a preliminary injunction, suggesting the case had a strong case of succeeding with the addition of more evidence. The White House argues that Musk does not lead DOJ, but is instead classified as an advisor to the president. Here locally, fired federal workers are expected to hold a protest outside of Independence Hall at 5 this evening. 2 park rangers who work at Independence Mall are among those laid off as part of DOJ's plan to slash the size of the federal workforce.
Okay, so that's the update. They weren't successful in doing so. They tried to, I guess, stop him, put an injunction against it. So he say yes. Our brother say yes. That was the VA that sent him talking about do a report on his credit. They need to do one to correct it. They the one lost it. Did they tell you why, brother? Betty Bob says, Charleston Zimmerman, I am so sorry. I am too, brother. Think was 2004. I remember they had a breach back in the day. I don't remember one that far back, but they had another one in the 2010, 2012 again. So watch your information at the VA because people can get access to it and it can actually probably be used against you. But okay, family, we're going to show you another one here. We got a few little short clips to show y'all. We thank y'all for being so incredibly patient with us. Now we're going to show you on VA claim process. Okay, it's about 1 minute and 40 seconds. So, all right. Let me do this. All right, family, let's do this here. Now let's get it started, family. This is on the VA compensation claim process. So it's a little short video that should be very helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
VA disability compensation provides tax-free monthly payments to eligible veterans with an illness or injury that was caused by or got worse because of their active military service. If you want to file a claim for disability compensation, there are a few steps to take. First, we recommend you notify us of your intent to file, which can be done online, by phone, in person, or by mail. This notice may secure an earlier start date for any payments you may be eligible to receive. After you notify us, you'll have 1 year to complete and file your claim. Next, begin gathering up any evidence you want to submit in support of your claim. VA will assist in gathering your medical records from VA medical centers and may also be able to help you get records from non-VA care providers you identify. But you can also choose to submit documents such as private medical records, private hospital records, and supporting statements that tell us more about your claim condition, how and when it happened, or how it got worse. You don't have to submit evidence, but VA may need to schedule a claim exam so we can learn more about your condition. Once you're ready, you can file your claim in one of 5 ways: online, by mail, in person, by fax, or with the help of a trained, accredited professional. After you filed, you don't need to do anything unless we ask for more information. But
has anybody ever filed a claim by fax? Are they insane? By fax? Maybe I'm wrong. Am I outdated or what? By fax. I'm not faxing the VA. I can barely get something through the mail. You can't get nothing. You better go get a stamped copy, in my opinion. Now let's continue.
But if we schedule exams for you, be sure not to miss them. If you have any questions along the way, you can always call us at 1-800-827-1000 or visit va.gov/disability/how-to-file-claim.
All right, family, that was very straightforward. I want to answer a few of these statements here before we move on to the next video. Like I say, they're very short. Now, we got Betty Bob say, I wasn't home. I remember my husband reading my mail I was dropping off the troops in Afghanistan. When I got to the hotel in Kuwait, we were on Skype arguing. He wanted me to do something about it. Oh, okay. He wanted you to do something about it. From where you was at, okay. Betty Bob says husband hadn't retired from the U.S. Navy, and he was TS. I don't know TS. I don't know if that's a bad word or a job. I don't know what that was. I know y'all. You know I ain't good with initials. Now I'm like I said, I'm showing these little educational videos, and the VA put these out, and I want to show y'all things. Another one on community care. All right. Show you this one on community care. So, like I say, these are short little informational videos. We're just getting the news out there, family. So thank you for your patience. Fair use, fair use. Here we go. Thumbs up if you can hear it good. Thumbs up. This one, they don't do no talking. They just, oh boy, this is going to be kind of crazy. Because you can't see nothing. Okay, that's that one. So family. So, okay, our sister telling us now, she said that was temporary duty. Now, we want to know about that, family. Now, tell us what's going on. What's the status of y'all claim right now? Let us know, family. Let us know what's going on with you. Oh, that didn't mean to do that. All right. Now, tell me what's going on, family. What's happening with you? What's going on in your life? What's going on with your claim? What you've been up to lately? Let us know. Now, so for those of you that are new to the channel, and we're going to get to the statements here. I am the H-Town vet. Let me get this up here. And so our mission and vision is to be interactive, informative, while protecting and respecting people, and transparent and troll free. I know that's a lot. So Betty Charleston say Betty Bob's TAD, temporary duty. Okay. Now she says, Betty Bob says he still has top secret clearance. He would not understand how. Let me make this full screen. Give me a second. I'm gonna close this other stuff out because I want to make it full screen so I can read it because it's like a shadow over it. I don't know what's going on. This thing annoying sometimes. He could not understand how the VA could get a laptop stolen and by, I don't know what WBY stand for. Did they even have it? Mr. Zimmerman, I remember that having come home. Wow. Yes. She say, Betty Bob says, I was civilian international flight attendant. during 9/11. Oh my Lord. Thank God nothing happened to you, sister. I was a international flight attendant for 15 years. Wow, and you was in the military. Well, you make it happen. Now, here your opinion counts, family. So we're going through. We're almost at the end here. If you have any suggestions of ideas, they brought up several. We're going to talk about military S trauma and some topics related to women. We're going to talk about more information on these mental health ratings. We're going to go over all this. Thank y'all for being so respectful in the chat. That's why we have the rules. It makes it easier. So when trolls come in, I can just get them up out the paint. If people are doing stuff that's not on, according to the rules, we're going to give them, warnings. Then it might give them the night off. And if they keep it up, like my brother Jason say, we give them a permanent vacation. Now, stay on topic always. While we're here, don't be disruptive. We got to always remind each other of these things. Our regular brother Charleston was saying, because I had kind of changed the time on some of the live stream because of technical difficulties, so I do apologize. We got our sister Alaskan Ice in the house. Alaskan Ice, what's going on? We got Warren Getty says, thanks for the service, support records. I don't know what that means. Okay, now no, we can't come here promoting. You got to come in talking about what we talking about. Warren Getty. Now, Charleston Zimmerman. Let me know, Warren. You seem new to the channel. Getty, let us know that you can hear me. Let us know if you can hear the host, H-Town Vet. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Warren, let me know if you can hear me. Then Alaskan Nights. Everybody show love to Alaskan Nights. She say Charleston Zimmerman, hello. Now, we have our live streams at 6 o'clock every month, Sunday. Yes, you got to talk about stuff related to it because that's why we want to be very interactive, but you got to be talking about stuff related to the channel, okay? So if you can hear us, you say, okay, this is a veteran channel. Okay, you can hear us. Okay. Now, so we have rules here. You don't have to be a veteran to participate, but our rules are no ignoring the H-Town Vets warning, and it's only to stay on topic, about what we're talking about. We do have a time when we talk about different things. We're almost at that point. We call it the after party. You shouldn't chat without agreeing to the rules. All right. Name dropping other non-chat members or other agencies. We don't do that in here. Any attempt to hijack or undermine the H-Town Vet channel will get you a permanent ban, permanent vacation. Now, that's just the ones we go about. So if you agree with those, Warren, get it. All you have to do is put yes in the chat. That's all. Now, we have Alaskan Ice. Coasty say, hey, Alaskan Ice. We so happy that Alaskan Ice and Warren is in here now. We got new people coming through. Thank you for showing up. Now, so this is our live streams. We do have unscheduled live streams, and that's what might be throwing you off. Our regular live streams on Sundays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. But sometime the time might change if we have technical difficulties or something comes up. Now, let us continue, family. How to contact us. Contact us here at okay, so let me pull that up. See how cooperative? We appreciate you. Now tell us a little bit about yourself. If you were in the military, what branch of the service, and what country you're currently living in. If that's for you, Warren, if you want to answer. If you were a dependent or just somebody supporting the channel, just let us know. You're welcome to. So he agreed to the rules. Thank you so much, Warren. No problem at all. We had to do that because we had trolling issues. Now, this is the way to contact us, H-Town. Our email is at the bottom, htownvet@northside@gmail.com. If you want to see some of our other videos and live streams, you can go to H-Town Vet Northside. Then we have our donation. Our Cash App is $ H-Town Vet Northside, capitalize the H, the T, the V, and the N. And we also have PayPal, htownvetnorthside@gmail.com, the same as our email address. Now, let us continue, family. So if this video has been informative so far, please like, share. Please smash that like button, family, if y'all haven't done so. Y'all been real good on smashing that like button. Share the program with others. And everybody show Brother Warren some love. Show Warren, couple y'all have, and subscribe. And we glad to have Alaska Nights up in here. Our new releases, of course, is Black American Patriotism, VA educational programs. These are all live streams. And the one dealing with right or wrong. If you're incarcerated for 61, if you go to jail, you be reduced from 100% PNT down to 10% rating. Is that fair? Now, the one on are any of you fearful of using your Second Amendment rights? So Alaskan Ice says, hold on, Sister Bionic Woman say, welcome, Warren Getty. And then Alaskan Ice say, Bionic Woman, hello. And then we have Warren Getty say, my sister is a retired Navy member. Support to your sister and you. So you know you welcome up here anyway. Just come in, family. You don't even have to be. We talk about veteran topics, but we do have a time that we talk about other things too, and we're about to get to that. But we're going over the section. We have broken down into steps that we covered things. We covered Black history for the night. And if you want to learn more about that, go back and you'll see that. Black American history. Now, also, so congratulate, thanks for your sister's service, Warren. Now, we covered PTSD triggers. These are all topics we covered this month, and cognitive, emotional, sensory, environmental, and any type of social or news reports that could trigger your PTSD triggers, symptoms. Now, we covered about being disabled veteran plates and the benefits for tollways, parking, and airport parking. Now, coming soon, we're going to be talking about the DOJ program and your treatment records. But now I want to ask y'all about this, family. Come on, let's talk about it. Do y'all think, because I showed you the letter, those who didn't see it, 5 congressmen sent letters to the secretary of the VA asking him who have they been releasing anybody's giving people access to veterans' medical records in Elon Musk's office. And how do you feel? Are y'all fearful of them having access to your records? Let us know. Now, let's see what we got here. Charleston Zimmerman say, Betty Bops, back in those days, VA was regional, not nationwide. Internet link. Was Philadelphia, Baltimore senior IT person, VA took home information to work on it, was home, break in. That's how they do it. How many of you feel like you, give me a percentage. Okay. What percent do you trust the VA to protect your medical information and your VA compensation information? Give us a percentage that from 0 to 100% that you think that your information is safe with the VA. What percentage do you trust the VA to protect your hospital and VA compensation information? I say 50%. There's too many people got access to it. They can take it home. I say 50% trust. I say 50% trust. Betty Bops, I thought she said 100. She say negative 100%. Man, you have no trust of the VA. Let me ask you a question, Betty Bops. Look, I'm telling you, that VA got the chain around your records with a key on it. They ain't letting nobody access it. Let me ask you a question. What did the VA do to you that made you not trust them? And I want to ask all of you that question. What did the VA, Department of Veteran Affairs, do that you don't trust them like that? Did they really do anything, or were you just listening to what somebody else said? Or is there anybody in here that have confidence in the VA? Let us know. Come on, family, let us know. Now, let's see what he said. Betty Bob says, hello, Alaskan Ice. Alaskan Ice say, Betty Bob's hello. Then Betty Bob says, okay, I did not know that Miss Zimmerman. Okay. Let's see. Betty Bob, let me see. Zimmer say, Betty Bob, Miss Zimmerman. Oh Lord. Oh, I ain't trying to start. I'm gonna have to let y'all communicate on that. Okay, Costa say, I don't think they need to see that stuff. Okay, let me ask you this here. Look at it like this here. Given the fact that we have training that can be dangerous, family. Come on, let me leave this up on the screen. He said they don't need to see our treatment records in the government, like Congress or in the president's office. Let me ask you this here. Come on, let me take this headset off. I'm gonna ask you a question. Given the fact that we as veterans are trained to do lethal things, is it possible? Should it be a concern that they should be able to look at our file to see if we're a risk to the country? Huh? If we ever spoke against the country, should they have a right to look in our records to see? Because, come on, y'all been all over the world, right? Now, let me get this off here. All right. Y'all been all over the world. And shouldn't they be able to check you out? Oh, they make, I'm letting them talk to each other. I ain't gonna put everything up because they working it out. Oh, fella, y'all something else. Now, 30%, my notes are not even correct half of the time. That could cause a decrease for some people. Now, look at it like this here, family. I want y'all to talk about it. Let's talk about it, family. Okay. Now, let's talk about it. If your notes are not even correct most of the time, and they looking in your records, come on, let's talk about it, family. And they saying, you know what? This person's condition ain't that severe. So we gonna lower their rating. Huh? We gonna cut they look, just like they taking away employees, they say, you know what, we gonna save money on these veterans because I don't think that their PTSD is that bad. I don't think their ankle injury is that bad. Huh? Because they look at some information that might be incorrect in your file. Number two, they're not even trained to evaluate you. But do you think they're going into our records or thinking about going into our records? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm not for sure that the Secretary of VA has gotten back to these Congress people. Y'all want me to show y'all the letter again? Huh? You want me to show you okay, I'll show you the letter again. I'll show you the first page of it. All right, here we go. I ain't mean for it to do that. Be patient with the family. There you go. That's the letter, sister, for everybody. Here go the letter right here, okay? So these congressmen sent it to the Honorable Douglas Collins, who is over the Secretary of the VA, and they want to know at the very bottom, they say, please list all personnel. Talk about that's dealing with the DOGE program. List all personnel who report to Mr. Musk or are affiliated with DOG who have access or sought access to VA data, databases, or information technology system. My question is come on, family, let's be real. Is the Democrats just reaching too far? Should they be asking the office, the president's office of these questions? And come on, I don't know. Let me know. Or they say exactly Alaska Nights, alphabetic about. Now here we go. Coasty say Trump wouldn't let anyone see his tax returns, but he wants to know my business. That's not right. Oh, y'all getting hold on. But that was his financial information. This is just your medical information. Can't nobody make money off your medical information, huh? Now let's see what it say. Alaska Night say, plus I was told I need 2 surgeries. And I guess they spoke to someone above them. All of a sudden, I don't need one and have not heard anything about the other one. Hold on, family. So let me ask you this here. Come on, family. Come on, y'all. Can we talk, family? Let me ask you, can we talk? Is it possible? Huh? Is it possible, family, that they are trying to cut corners and save money in the government when it comes to VA employees? Is it possible? And save money when it comes to VA disability compensation and getting us surgeries at the VA hospital, saying they're like an insurance company. You know how the insurance companies do on the outside? They say, no, doctor, we're not approving that. They don't need that. It's not covered under their program. They're trying to treat veteran health care like they private insurance company treat people's health care on the outside of the VA system. Are they trying to do that like you said, HMO? Huh? Are they trying to do it like one of these insurance companies that's saying, we ain't approving this, we ain't approving that? Are they trying to do that to our healthcare family? Let me know. Come on now. Ooh, I waited too long to say y'all been saying a lot of stuff now. Let me see what Alaska Night say, who knows what they will do to Social Security? And they fired people that want to look into their records. Oh, they fired people that want to look into their records. So are they doing this to protect themselves? And is the 2 billionaires, they say on paper, Trump is a billionaire. Should they be the ones decide what us common people get? I don't know. I'm just nervous now. Now, I ain't gonna say the president did anything to harm us. I can't say that. I don't know, but I'm just looking side at any politician. Now, Brother Charleston Zimmerman says Trump not first to screw stuff up. No, Democrats using all and in war, everything is fair. All is fair in love and war. This is true. Now, see, now you got me nervous, Alaska Nice. Yes, they want to save money. Hold on, but at what expense they want to save money? Alaska Nice, do they want to save money at the risk of cutting my health care at the VA? Or am I going to be treated like people are treated when you go to outside doctor? They say, we cover this, we don't cover that. You're going to have to pay for the rest. They're going to treat us like they do in the civilian sector. Hold on. Alaska Knight say, yes, come on. You got to give me some reassurance, sister. Please. You got me nervous. They can't do us like that, right? They got a heart, don't they? Come on. That was in the military and their family. Come on, family. Oh, now listen to what Betty Bob say. She say half the stuff is not even in there in my records either. Half the stuff ain't in my records, so I know what you're saying. My chiropractor and my cousin is a surgeon in Ohio. They both told me 5 years ago to start reading my medical records from the VA. They both told her that. Y'all better start listening to what Betty Bops does. Listen to what Alaskan Ice has been saying the whole time. She pull her records. Periodically pull your records every 2 weeks to every month. If you go to something major at the hospital, or you have check your records to see what them doctors are putting in there. Let us know, Alaskan Ice, what it is that we can use to look at our medical records. You say on an app on the phone. What was that app called, sister? I'm sorry, I asked you all the time, but we covering it. Betty Bob say, trained at the VA. Say, HMO. Now, Coasty say, well, they would see your compensation benefits. Yeah, they would see that, but do you think they would look at us as individuals or the statistics as a whole? Should they be? That's what the Raiders are for. That's what the people at the VA are for. Should they be going through all our stuff? I guess the secretary of the VA can. I don't know. I'm just concerned. How would this work? Now, Alaskan, I say people are quitting left and right because they want them to do things that are not ethical. Give me an example of what things they're not doing. I got your yes earlier. So now listen what Betty Bob say. They don't care. They want for you to give up or die. Now, I know you're new to the channel. What do you want to talk about? We're going to the after party, young brother. Let me see what. You are welcome, Brother Warren, to talk now. You can talk at any time, but we're in the chat part of it. So let us know. We're going to go to the after party. You're welcome to talk, my young brother. It's time to hear from y'all. Y'all know it, family. It's time to hear from y'all. Why is it time to hear from y'all? Because we're in the after party. We're in the after party, so now it's time to chat away, family. Come on. We glad that you're in here. Now, Alaska Knight says, I'm going to get a PPO with Medicare. They do what their bosses tell them to do. Now, Alaska Knight said, I had to get the emergency room DR to correct her records. She asked me, you can see me my notes? I said, yes. She didn't know you could see them. So, Warren, let us know a little bit about yourself. What state you're living in, Brother Warren. Let us know your sister retired, where they're living in now. What brings you to our channel? You are welcome here. You know, we'll talk about veteran benefits, but now we're in the after party. Let us know a little bit about yourself. Let us know a little bit about you. And if you want to know stuff about us, you can ask me questions about me. He said, thanks. Oh, you are welcome. You are so welcome here. This is the place we want you to feel happy and appreciated. Now, let's see what Brother Charleston say. I guess we safe from dog as we got 150 years old. Y'all a mess. Say thanks for our service. Thank you very much. Tell me what you got going on. That's not you can tell us, Warren, what's going on with you. What's happening with you? We appreciate you thanking for us thanking us for our service. We appreciate you for coming in and spending time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you know any veterans, how many? Let me ask you: how many people in your family are active or in the military or retired? Can you think of in your immediate family? How many people you got, if you don't mind telling us? And share the information with them. Okay, now let's see what Alaskan Ice says. Alaskan Ice says, when they go to these offices for access, they would rather quit and they get in the way. They get in anyway. So people are actually quitting because they don't want to give the administration access to the records. Is it that bad? Hold on, I hear something crazy out there. Y'all know me, I got PTSD, so give me a second. Okay, family, y'all know I got PTSD, so when I hear, I don't know why young people like screaming and stuff. Now, Coach say, how do you get them to fix your records if there's a mistake? Now, you can get with a patient's advocate. Now, let's see. Give our brother Coasty some suggestions on how to fix errors in your records. You can go and write and tell them that this is an error. Yes, you can. How that process work? Let them know. Now, he say, thanks all of you for your service. He signed from Birmingham, Alabama. Now, you're from Birmingham. Let me I had a question I want to ask you. How is the weather there right now? Let us know how that weather is right now. Because I know in most places it is cold. And was you born and raised in Birmingham? And let us know your age, because I don't want to be talking to somebody too young. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be asking a young person too many questions, because you got crazy folks on this on this YouTube. We don't want to mess with a young person's safety. Now, what's the temperature where you at? Anybody ain't gave their temperature? Birmingham, Alabama. Now, how far is Birmingham from Mobile, Alabama? Because our brother Major Boomer is from Mobile. What's the distance? How many hours is it, Warren? Last can I say, my uncle was highly decorated, I believe, in the Army. I had two cousins that was Army, and one was in the Air Force. Let us know here. Let us know in here, family. Let us know in here the family members that you have that was in the military. Try to count many of the closest ones you can tell. Out of me and my sister, I'm the only one that went in. I have cousins. I have uncles, grandfathers. I'm trying to think of having women. I got a cousin, female cousins that were in the military, younger than me. Okay. Wow. Now, a bionic woman say, Alaska Nice, when get Medicare, you will need a supplemental plan. Now, I recommend United Healthcare from AARP. Why do you recommend them? Let us know. So our brothers say, two brothers served in the Army, one sister served in the Coast Guard, and one sister in the Navy. Wow! Look at this. Look at this here. Two served in the Army. One sister served in the Coast Guard. Coasty, you got his family member, fellow a Coast Guard member, and one sister in the Navy. Come on now. You almost had all of them covered. All you need, and he say 50 years old. Okay, he's 50. Okay, good. Warren say about 5 hours. So I went from Mobile to Birmingham. I went to that McDonald's off of is that 65 or 75? It's a McDonald's. I love being over there. Now, he's saying one says 30 degrees here. Anybody, is there a freezing warning where you at? Let us know for safety concerns what's going on with the weather where you are at, family. Let us know. Now, Charleston Zimmerman say, my paternal uncle was in the Navy, World War II, cousin Korea War and Army. Korean War in the Army. Okay. Now, okay, that is on 65, Highway 65. So I didn't know it had changed to 75 yet when I'm going up, because I always travel going up there. Now, where else have you ever been to any of the stations where your family members were stationed? Have you ever been to any of their duty stations overseas or in the United States to visit them? Let us know, Warren. Now, Bionic Woman say, my grandmother's brother was Army and my uncle was Navy and Army National Guard. I'm learning so much about the family here. Come on now. Come on, let us know. Now, let me ask you this here, Bionic Woman. Do you remember anybody in your family being in the Air Force like you? Let us know. Let us know. Alaska Night say, Bionic Woman, thanks, I will. And then Alaska Night say, now, family, sit back and peep game. I got to download it because I've been hard-headed. I need to go and download it, and I ain't going to do it now while I'm on the internet. Okay, but list, the VA Health app, download it. Sister, if you don't mind telling us, give us a few of the benefits of the VA Health app. If you got a few things, because I don't want you to have to type too much. There is also the VA Health app. What else did she say? The VA Health app. Did you give us another one? Ooh. Ooh. Now, Coasty say, brother was Navy, cousin Air Force, cousin in the Army who was in Vietnam and received 2 Bronze Stars. What did he do to receive them? Don't you know? No comment, man. I don't know. No, look, no comment. No comment. No comment, man. Not one, but 2. Now, Bionic Woman say, I was the only Air Force member. Anybody in here, you was the only one in your family that went to your branch of the military. Let us know. Now, listen to what Warren say. San Diego, California, my sister was a sergeant. Now, so you went to visit her when she was a sergeant. Now, where are you in the pecking order? Is your sister them older than you, younger than you? Where were you in the pecking order? So were you a teenager when you went up there, or were you already grown? Did you go by yourself? Did you go with your family? One, we want to know these things. We're not trying to be too nosy, but we want to know. Now, so family, given when you're saying you're going to go outside, I think that's what Alaska Night said, that you're going to use Medicare. Have you lost confidence in the VA healthcare system? Oh, I forgot to show you the one. I think I did show you on the. Yeah, I did show you that one. Are y'all losing confidence in the VA healthcare system because of a new administration? Is it that? It can't be that bad, right? Say, do you know what I did to receive them? Woo. No. I kind of know, but I ain't gonna. No, I don't. If you want to tell us, you can. My Lord. Wow. Betty Bob, you can let us know. Now, Betty Bob, they say yes. She said yes before they took over. You don't have no confidence in the administration. Let me say something to you, Alaskanites. If you was to meet the president tomorrow, you know you'd be just as happy and smiling that you met the president. Am I lying? Even though if you may not agree with their positions, if you meet the president and you've invited to the White House, would you go? Let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you like that there. If you were invited to the White House, would you go? Oh, Alaska, I say no, she would not. Everybody in here, you need to say, if you were invited to the White House, would you go? Yes or no? H-Town say he'll go. H-Town say I'll go. President invite, I don't like him, but I'll go. Alaskan Knight say, no, I would not. Was that not a firm? Are you trying to hurt the president's feelings? If they walked up, hold on, she say, no, I would walk the other way. Let me ask you a question, Alaskan Nice. Could you at least go there just to respect the office of the president? See, could you go? Okay, let me see what. Let me see what he say. Yes, I would meet Meladine. I am single. Okay, Meladine. Okay. Oh, I don't know what they talking about. Yes, if the Secret Service picked me up. Oh God, why they have to pick you up, Bionic Woman? Who would go to the White House and take a picture with the president? Do you know he got his mug shot up in the White House? Who would go to there and take a picture with the president? Come on, family. I got to catch up. I missed one of the messages Alaskan Ice put in earlier. I'm enjoying the conversation, family. I'm really enjoying. I don't know what the problem is. I may have to take this down. I don't know why it's taking up all this space. Why is it taking up all this space? Did I do something? Okay. Okay, there we go. That was crazy. All right, I'm sorry. I had it on some crazy stuff. I'm sorry. That had it all up on my head. Let me get back to it. I'm enjoying this here. Let's see. Let me get. Oh man, I'm behind. I'm so now. You can see your writing and bring up your letter that show percentage. Okay, that's what you can see on the on the I want to call it again. Give me a second. The VA Health app. This is what our sister talking about. What you can see on the VA Health app. Follow this here. She said you can see your writing and bring up your letters that show your percentage. You can order medication and supplies and message your doctor. You can see your appointments, get shot records, and claim. Ooh, real good. Sister, she'll walk away. Let me see. Now, Betty Bob say, mine was in the Army and myself in the U.S. Navy, and my mother's sister was in Army Korean, okay. Army, okay. And my cousin was in the Air Force. Okay, you got a cousin in the Air Force. I'm trying to remember if I got any family members in the Air Force. Now, Charleston Zimmer say yes to meet Meladine. I am single. I don't know who she is. I don't know who that is. Now, tell me, family, if y'all want me to go over the bases outside of the United States, we're going to go over the number of bases outside of the United States. You'll be amazed how many military installations are outside the United States. If you want me to go over there, give us a what would you put in there? If you want to go over military bases outside the United States, there's a lot of them. We ain't gonna go over every one, but we're gonna tell you how many in different countries. You're gonna be amazed about this. Put a Y in the chat. Now, Bonnet Woman say yes, the Secret Service picked me up. Then we have Warren Getty say, back in 95, me and my brother, I was 20 years old. Our family was trying hard to get us off the streets of Birmingham. Notice thing. So hold on. Were you in the military, Warren? Let me know if you were in the military, because I'm not for sure if he's in the military. Now, Betty Bob say, I'll go. I want Elon. needs to hear where he really needs to go in the VA system, I would be sharp looking. Okay. You might get a job, Betty Bops. Now, Bonnie Woman say, I don't want to drive to DC. So you would have them fly you out. Where would you stay at? Would you stay at the White House? Would you stay at one of the nice hotels around there? I'm gonna tell you a good place to go to Virginia. Right outside Virginia, not Arlington, in Virginia, right outside of DC. I mean, what's the name of that little city right outside? Okay, so money exchange. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do that then. Cause we coming up with, that's why I try to cover the things we did. I got it. It's so many bases, family. There's so many in Africa, in different countries, in Europe. They got them in not just Spain, but Portugal, I think what's it called? Maybe the Netherlands. They got U.S. military bases in Panama. So two people say yes in the money exchange. Okay. Now I don't think it's the exchange rate no more. It's the euro, but I'll find out about the exchange rate for that country. Okay. All right, family. We've been in here 2 hours, 40 minutes. Y'all been doing good. Now, any questions, concerns of H-Town Vet, let us know. Now, for the new people, anybody want to say, if you got anybody in here 20 years retired, let us know. Put RM in the chat so the new people, y'all know what's going on. Anybody that's retired 20 years, credible years, put RM in the chat for military retired military. If you are service connected, put SC. If you're service connected, if you're seeking an increase, put a. I guess I don't want to say a Y because we use yes for other things. Put an up arrow or something. So I'll put the word increase in there. Let me see. Okay. What range of what you trying to get to? What range are you trying to get to, family? What percentage range are you trying to? And anybody here that didn't get their VA code sheet yet? All right. Anybody that did not get their VA code sheet yet? So we need to know. Okay. So this is for the new people. I know we do this here. I'm gonna get to your statement in the middle up there last thing. I'm gonna do the little what's called Betty Bob say there's Bethlehem, Maryland, Arlington. Okay, not Arlington, Virginia. I'm talking about right there in Virginia. What's that real nice little right there by Arlington on the side of Potomac. It's a Virginia city. I love it right there. I went and stayed there several times. Now, last night I say she's service connected. And then Bonnick woman say service connected. And Coach say service connected. One say, no, I'm sorry to let my country down. You didn't let your country down. Somebody had to stay back here. No. You good. Your family serve. You got several family members serve. Only 1%, I think, going to the military, brother. You ain't letting nobody down. We happy, we glad you here, brother. Trust me. I grew up in the streets of Fifth Ward. I know the deal. Now, Charleston Zimmerman say service connected and filing 2 higher level reviews. That's the question. I want to know what kind of claim. So Betty Bob say service connected increase 100%. I got the VA code sheet. So you filed for an increase at 100% too, or do you have it? Now Zimmer say, Warren Getty, you didn't let your country down. No, you did not. You didn't let us down. You here now. Don't ever talk like that. We ain't those kind of people that sit here, I'm this and I'm that. No. We family here. All of us matter here. You understand? All of us. Let me see what the banner is. Now, anybody got any information on their secondary condition that they filed? And did anybody get that military star credit card? Anybody here got that military star credit card? Let us know. Put a CC in the chat. I put a MS in the chat for military star. Military star credit card. That's the credit card you get on the base when you get access to the base, and you can buy stuff using that. You could go. All you have to do is go apply for it. Get the information what you need before you go up there. Now, Betty say, Warren Getty House. Everybody show love to Brother Warren. He said, I had a nephew in the Navy on and off land submarine operation confidential. Yeah. Anybody in here got any friends or family that's been on submarines? I don't know nobody. Anybody know family members that were on a submarine in the Navy? Any family, friends, or anybody that I would love, because we don't get to see them much. I very seldom have somebody come in and say, hey, I was on the submarine. Now, come on, family, let's talk about it. And thank y'all for being here. Thank you for supporting us, and we appreciate it. Now, let me see what I got here. Okay, so Alaskan I say, my granddaughter is in the Navy. Now, where's she stationed at, Alaskan Nights? If anybody in here has a family member that is in active duty right now, let us know where they, or what branch and where they're stationed. Can you do that? And if you know anybody that's on a submarine, because I very rarely run into people that were on submarines. That is a real particular, I guess, exclusive kind of job. You got to be ready for that. Now, Betty Bob say, I had a credit card and paid it. My cousin was on a submarine. Okay, for Betty Bob's had a cousin on submarine. And let us know what's the closest military base by you. If I come up there to the Dallas area, is that Fort Worth base the only one for our sister Bionic Woman? Is that the only one? Do they have any other Coast Guard bases, other military bases other than that? Let us know. You say thanks. Fort Meade, Maryland, right? Fort Meade, Maryland. Tell us what, let's see, Bonnie say thanks. And our sister said, Bionic Woman say, Warren G., you supported your family members who served. Thank you for your service to support the military members. This is what I'm talking about. We got a heart for the people. Don't you ever feel left out. Family, this is an open forum at this time where if you're a veteran, this is where you can come and interact. You got any questions concerning your benefits, anything you want to talk about within reason, we are here. We are here. This is meant to be a social place where we communicate and we support each other. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, family, can I tell y'all something? Can we talk? I don't think I got to make a, out of it. Family, I almost got to pull this up. Y'all ain't going to believe. When I tried to look up the people that self-harm at the VA hospital, which I believe what happened when I did that. Y'all not going to believe what happened when I did that. Because I'm just doing research for the live stream, right? Family, y'all not going to believe what happened. If y'all think y'all know what happened, let me know. I don't want y'all to do that because I don't want y'all looking it up. So, man, this stuff is different. Go ahead and chat, and I'm going to get to, I want to show y'all what came up. How serious, it made me realize how serious a problem it is. Let me see. I don't know who sent this to me. Web. Let me see. Yeah, family, when y'all see this, I don't think y'all gonna believe it. I don't think y'all gonna believe me. I'm literally telling you, I was shocked when this happened, family. Now, I got a feeling, maybe because I used the word, I don't know. I don't know why they did it, but I'm trying to get ready to pull it down so y'all can see what happened when I searched for people who self-harm at the VA. All right. I'm going to download this here. And I appreciate y'all for being who y'all are. All right, now I'm downloading that. Now I'm gonna go back to reading the chat. Let's see where we at. And then I want to say thanks for me. Betty Bob say next door to intelligence agency. Okay. And then Bionic Woman said joint base. Okay. Naval base was Caldwell Air Force Base years ago. Okay, okay. Now Charleston say, let me see. Oh, this is Fort Indian Town Gap. They train, polish lieutenant soldiers there. Okay. I ain't never heard of that. That's some different terminology. Okay, let's see. All right, I want y'all to see what happened. And this is telling me that this is a serious problem, or they just being proactive. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think when I get this up, family. Thank you so much. Now let me ask y'all. We're going to be talking about mental health conditions, of course. Give me a second. I need to put something down. Give me a second, okay? All right, now let me try to pull this up. Family, I want y'all to see here. No, that wasn't what I tried to do. I want y'all to see what, when I was trying to do research, have you ever seen anything like this? Now I want y'all to look on the screen there. Oh, hold on, let me take that down. Family, when I searched up for the topic about the individual that may have harmed themselves at the VA hospital, this is what came up. They said, I am not alone. Huh? This is what they said. Oh, let me pull that all the way back up. They say you are not alone. If you or someone you know are having a hard time, talk to someone. 988, S crisis, self-harm crisis, hotline, chat. The following results may be about self-harm or whatever. I can't believe that. Can y'all believe that? When I was searching that up, that came up like that. That shocked me, family. Now, family, any closing statements, concerns? We all been very attentive. We probably going to have to come back here tomorrow. Now, hold on. He said he heard that the hotline is shut down. Who has heard that? Who told you that? Who told you that the hotline was shut down? Let us know. Let us know who told you that the hotline was shut down. I heard that the hotline is shut down. Which one? I know Is there more than one hotline? That seemed like it was more than one. Let us know. And if you have any issues, make sure you get help. Come here and we'll support you. And you can go there for help too if it's a crisis, okay? We here for you and we family, okay? We really care about you because it ain't easy for us doing this thing. Well, family, I want to say thank you because it might be here tomorrow. I know for sure because this is Wednesday. We have one scheduled for Thursday. I'll let you know if it's not. But I want to give a shout out to everybody. And let's start saying good night to everybody. We've been here almost 3 hours, 2 hours, 55 minutes. Say good night to Brother Charleston. Thank you for being here, my brother. Thank you, Bionic Woman, for everything that you do. And thank you for Betty Bob. She say next door to the intelligence agency. The base, military base Fort Meade is right next door. Thank you for our new brother. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share to your family members that are in the military or anybody else you know. Thank you, Warren Getty, for your kindness. Hold on, make sure I got Bionic Woman. Then Alaskan Ice, thank you so much for all that you do. Think I said, Brother Charleston. Let me see. Coasty, thank you for your support, kindness, and representing the Coast Guard. We thank you for being here, my brother. And make sure I ain't missed nobody. If I miss you, charge it to my head, not to my heart. I want to make sure I go over everybody here. Brother Harold for coming in here. Brother Joseph for being in the house. Thank you so much. Brother Kevin coming in and holding it down. We thank you for being here today. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We value you for who you are. Yes, indeed. This is all about us. I think I got Brother Harold. Let me see. We got our brother 3000. Let me see. One my brother 3000 in the house. That's right, 3000 degrees. Thank you, my brother. He said, thanks for having me, brother. We appreciate you. We glad you come spend time with us. And you're welcome here anytime. Betty Bops gave the heart out to Brother Zimmerman. And be a nice neighbor, y'all. Y'all, Brother Rose City D was in the house tonight. Come on, family. Everybody drop through. Come on now. Now, what y'all want to talk? We'll pick a topic y'all want to talk about. In the next live stream, come on, family. Give me some ideas of what y'all like to talk about. Y'all getting ready to say good night here. Everybody saying good night. Okay, let's see. Hold on. What? Look, everybody shouting out here. Man, look, as soon as I go to do something else, hold on. Our brother did say he thought he had shut down. Hold on, fam. Let me get some questions, y'all. Y'all say, Betty Bob say good night, fam. And Dog Pro, I heard fired the hotline personnel. Hold on. People on the suicide hotline got fired? No, that can't be true. Is it? Bonnie Woman say good night, Mr. Zimmerman. Joseph say take care, fam. And then Bonnie Woman says good night, Mr. H-Town. Salute. Betty Bob say H-Town, good night. Have and tomorrow. Okay, I have one tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow. Alaska Night say I heard that they are getting rid of some of the trainers for the crisis line. That sounds like a disaster, my sister. No, don't mess with that. Charleston Zimmerman, good night, fam. Because they really helped me one time. I just called them to say hi. That's all. Called say hi. Now, Warren say good night, good night. We want to see you next time, Warren. Come on through, fam. Now, Bonnie Woman say good night. We here to support each other. See, by talking to each other, that keeps us, let us know we're not by ourselves. all this knowledge and support and information. You helping the young people. When we long gone, they're gonna be watching our old videos. Did you hear me? Alaska Night say good night. But and some of your family members, we looking to hear you chatting on this. Bionic Woman say good night, Betty Bops. Bionic Woman say good night, Alaska Night. Salute, salute. And Bionic Woman say same thing, salute. Now Alaska Night say, Bionic Woman, good night. Betty Bob say good night, Bionic Woman. Then Alaskan Ice says good night. Bionic Woman, good night. And then Coasty say good night, fam. And then we got Bionic Woman, good night, Coasty, salute. Then Alaska Woman say PNT. So we're going to talk about PNT status. We're going to go over that again. We might do that on the next one. PNT status, okay? Because we go over that from time to time. We're going to talk just about the PNT status. I'm going to break that down again. All right? And Social Security. We're going to talk about Social Security. Okay, now, Alaskan Ice. But y'all going to lead the one on Social Security. Now, Bionic Woman say, good night, Rose City D. Salute. Now, look here. Let me ask this. Do y'all realize y'all more people coming back up in here? Oh, y'all something else. I love y'all, though. Y'all my family. I love y'all. Now, Betty Bob says, Town, have a wonderful tomorrow. We will see you. It's cold right now. It's 30 degrees. Extremely cold. I got the garage crack because, I got the cat sleeping in the garage. Now, let's see. Now, Bionic Woman say, good night, Warren. Salute. Betty Bob say, have you heard from Gwendolyn Boyd H-Town? No, have not. She sent me an email. Other than that, I haven't heard, but I might email her back, okay? See how she doing, saying that y'all been asking about her. Y'all want me to do that? Do you want me to reach out to Sister Gwendolyn by email and see if she's doing okay? I'll do that, okay? All right, now, Alaskan Ice say 1,000 of cuts. Oh, wow. So many different departments. They shut down the health organization, and there's a measles outbreak in Texas. Oh, so I got to be careful. Who in here ain't never had the measles? I thought I never had them, but I got shingles one time. So I must have had them when I was young. Okay, so y'all want me to email Sister Gwendolyn? I'm going to check and see how she doing. Matter of fact, while we on here right now, please, thank you. You know what I'm going to do before y'all leave? Y'all can leave, but I'm going to go ahead. Because now we thinking about it and we worried about it. Let me go ahead. Now y'all got me. Y'all on me. You sound like my granny now. Let me see what my sister at. Please, Lord. Here we at. Now let me email a sister. I'm doing it now. I'm saying, sister, the veteran family. I'm letting her know now. I'm emailing her now. The veteran family wants to know how you're doing. I just sent her the email. Now she may not get back right now because I just did it. Now, who in here? Somebody had the measles? Who never had the measles? I had a lieutenant in the military who got the measles, and that was the craziest thing. Now, who takes the flu shot every year? I don't take that flu shot sometimes. I had got some kind of fever real bad, or some kind of real serious flu about a year ago, because I usually don't get sick. But I had got some kind of flu. They said that was a rare one. I had to go to the emergency room. Boy, they gave me a shot. Bam, that was it. I said, yeah, I can conquer the world. Woo. Now, let's see what it say. And got 2 extra shots, Navy, My arm still hurts. Why you be cutting up, Charleston? He say in my day was the gunshot. And that's what they call it. Yeah, when she get through, I'm gonna let y'all know tomorrow, and she might come through because you know how it is when you've been in an accident, your body may not get sold till the next day, and we want to make sure she all right. So who gets their flu shot every year? Who only do it in case they, when they think they're gonna get sick or something, or they get treatment after they get sick? I'm gonna have to get sick. Unless they push me to take it. Hope you are recovering well, Gwendolyn. So if you see this, sister, look for our email because I email you because the family care about you. And we'll get the message to them. And we want to know that you're doing all right because you're our family and we care about you and love you. Now, I take the flu shot every year. Now, Alaska Nights take it every year. Who in here don't take it because of allergies? I see a sister. What are the things that you're allergic to? I'm going to tell you, I'm not, to my knowledge, allergic to anything. I'm not allergic to anything. So a bionic woman say, I never had the measles. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. See if anybody contacted me. Okay, I thought that was her. Okay. No, ain't nobody done that yet. Well, they coming back in the room. So bionic woman say, I never had the measles. So if your husband get the measles, who leaves? Is he gonna have to leave the house, or you gonna have to leave the house until his measles over? Now listen, our sister Betty Bob say, I'm allergic to eggs, so you cannot get the flu shot because they have egg products in it. Now, so what do you get what do you do? What other type of treatment can you get if you're allergic to eggs and can't take the flu shot? He said, I skipped the one this year. I only got it last year because because I had to go to the emergency room. They gave me a pill and a shot, and boy, that was all right. Now let's see. Bionic woman said, I get the flu shot every other year. Why do you do it every other year, Bionic woman? Now let's see our sister say, I'm allergic to weeds, mold dust, mites, and roaches. The same Alaska Nights. You be cutting up. You cutting up. Let me ask you this here. What if it's one thing, an insect or animal that you fear the most? Which is it? I'm trying to think what animal I fear the most. I know I don't like spiders. Something just gives me the creeps. I can't think of it right now. I don't like snakes, but I'm in the South, so I run into snakes. But what animal? I can't think of an animal. Maybe it'd be a spider. What bothers y'all the most? Family, we're going to definitely be covering these topics that my sister said. Let me see what she got. Talking about PNT status. We might do the PNT status and we'll cover other stuff in the news and we're going to keep you track. Okay. Oh, this man said, I'm allergic to work. My daughter tells me. You're allergic to work. I don't like spiders. I like gorillas at a distance. Okay, well, let's do it like that. What do you dislike? And what thing, then tell us on the same time, tell us what you like. I don't like first what you don't like. And mine is spiders. And what you do like. And I like, let me see what I like. Y'all gonna be surprised on what I like. And forgive me, Betty Bob, for liking this. Okay? Forgive me. You'll know when you see me put in there. Forgive me, Betty Bob. Forgive me. And, I don't like spiders, but I love chickens. I like chickens. Now, have you ever been tested for anything you might be allergic to? I don't think I've ever been tested. Who's been tested to see what type of allergies they have? Come on, family, tell me something. Now, Alaska Night says, I had the allergy test at the VA. Oh, I might have to take the allergy test. Test for 88 things. That seemed like what they test for 88 things. The stop test for 30 of the things. So how many things were you allergic to out of the 88? How many of the things? So Alaskan, I say, I would like to have a monkey. One of those miniature monkeys. Y'all want me to be honest, what I would love to have, but it's not legal for me to have? A wild dog of Africa. I like to get one as a puppy and train him. I know he probably eat me alive. I know. I love him. So right now it's 19 degrees there. Don't go outside. Are you going to anywhere tomorrow? Who in here has to leave the house tomorrow? If you got to leave the house, put a car emoji in the chat. Put a car emoji. Now, Bionic Woman, she say, I love cows, no goats. You know why you don't like goats? Go ahead and tell the truth, Bionic Woman. If you turn around on the goat, won't they butt you? They'll boom, won't they get you? Oh, look, she say, Betty Bob said the creeps, those North Carolina water bugs, they're 6 inches long. Sounds like a mice running across the floor, and they fly. Woo. Now, let's see what happens here. Alaskan I say, not the really small ones, but the ones that they have a diaper. Okay, yeah. The size of a 6-month-old. Okay, those sizes. Yeah, watch out for chimpanzees. Do not get a chimpanzee. They'll rip people's face off. Chimpanzees are very smart. They share all the chromosomes we got, but about 2 or so. We got about 46, and they got 48 chromosomes. They just don't have a voice box, but they're very intelligent. What type of monkey you're talking about? Now listen, no company coming, water company. Oh Lord. Now my mom is scared of rats, but will grab a snake by the tail and throw it. But scared of rats. She might have been traumatized by rats when she was little. You know what my daughter don't like? And it was my fault. We went to Memorial City Mall when she was a little girl, and I had her up in my arm, and there was a big clown. Do you remember that big clown in Memorial City Mall in the food court? One of the food courts, I think. And it was standing there, and I said, look at the clown. She went back, whoa, she started crying. She didn't like that clown. Now, Betty Bob says 19 degrees here, Charleston, Zimmerman. Okay. Charleston, Zimmerman. Okay. Alaskan ice. I have seen several people messed up by chimpanzees. They don't play. Don't mess with them. They'll rip your whole face off. They are extremely strong. I don't know how tall they are, but it seems like they're almost as tall as they just walk low. Remember, y'all don't know this. I learned this while watching that Geographic World or whatever. They hunt other monkeys, smaller monkeys. They don't just eat nuts and tree limbs. They hunt other monkeys, and they real strategic about it. I don't like clowns either. So when they had that clown scare about 7-8 years ago, that bothered you. You didn't like that clown scare. Okay, what type of thing that scare you the most? Clowns, vampires? Let us know. I know I said I'm gonna let y'all go, but I gotta let y'all go. clowns, vampires, what's the other one? Zombies. Which one really would you go? Let me ask you this here. If you went to a scary house in October, what's the last thing you would want to see there? A zombie, a vampire, or what's that other thing I said? Zombie, vampire, or a clown? Which one would you tolerate? If you had to pick two of them Alaskanites, which two would you pick? And we're going to close out on that one. I want to know, what's your phobia? Who had the fear of frogs? Fear of the number 13. People have real fears, real odd fears of different things. Clowns, especially after the movie It, Pennywise. That didn't just traumatize kids, that traumatized grown people. Now, that first one came out in the 80s? Now, y'all got me thinking, I ask you, I can't think of the most scariest horror movie you ever saw. What's the scariest horror movie? Okay, Betty Bob say she would deal with Dracula and zombies. But you serious? What is y'all thing with clowns? Hold on, family. What is up with clowns? You tell vampires suck blood, zombies eat you up, but you rather deal with them than deal with a clown? That's interesting. Our brother Joe say, I'm scared of being broke. Man, I'm telling you, you know how it is, Brother Price. Now, I like vampire and werewolf movies. Go back and watch the one with Don Cheadle. He played the werewolf back in the day. So good back in the 40s. Very good actor. I like the vampires that are not friendly and that fall in love with you. I ain't got time for all that. I want the vampires that just like to bite people. And either kill them or turn them. Huh? Now, Sister, last thing I say, I like vampires and werewolf movies. I avoid clowns at all costs. Come on now, I need you to tell me the truth, sister. Sister Betty Bops, if you've seen either of the movie It, put it in the chat. If you didn't see it, put no. If you saw that movie It, the clown movie It, let us know. Have you ever seen a clown movie? She said, I avoid clowns at all costs, fight or flight. I don't like frogs either. Jump out of a college car because there was one on my dashboard. Man, you don't. A man stopped and, wow, sister, got out. Hold on, what was in the car? So she don't like frogs. Got out. I got it out. I don't like anything in a suit, and I cannot see their faces. Now that's heavy. Ooh, boy, she laughing. But this thing got deep. You saw It. How you sit all the way through It? How did you sit, Sister Betty Bob, through It and you don't like clowns? She say, it could be Mickey Mouse. Okay. You don't like my boy, y'all something else. Okay. Now I don't like snakes and spiders. Now, Alaskan, I say, okay, I saw that part. Okay. Alaskan say, I like the first It and liked It. Okay. The second was long and drawn out for no reason. Sometimes they draw them out. I'm going to tell you, what's your favorite? Okay. Don't like zombie movies. Anybody in here like horror movies? What's your favorite? My favorite horror movie of all time. I love it. This is pretty much my favorite movie of all time. And this is the one from 1982. I should have put that 1982. The Thing. The Thing, 1982 was my favorite movie. If I had to pick I could watch that movie. I watched that movie over 30 or 40 times, if not more. I don't know how many times I've watched it because it deals with people being in an isolated area. It deals with a chameleon. I love it because it teaches you so much about people. It deals with the chameleon nature. You know, we may have to do something on go over stuff like that on a. Oh, Aliens! I never saw the first one all the way. I like the second Aliens. Let us know, family. What's your favorite horror movie? If you don't have a favorite horror movie, just tell us what your favorite movie is. Okay, Charleston say 1979. The Alien. I never watched it all the way through, but it was good when I did watch the piece. I don't know why I never watched it all the way through. I'm gonna sit down and watch it. Betty Bop's The Exorcist. That's like one of the greatest movies of all time. That movie changed the game. You know that really stuff they was flying back and forth. The mother in that movie, she hurt her back for life. She injured her back when she slammed up against that dresser. All right. Now, family, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for joining us. Okay. Oh, the Marines. Now that was now the second one was Aliens with an S. That's my favorite. It's one of my favorite movies. Not the first one with the second one. I'm gonna have to go through which one of the aliens because there's so many of them. The second one I really love. I love the movie Predator when Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love that first Predator. Oh man, that was just those are my kind of movies there because they have a real good theme and everything. So, family, we want to thank y'all for joining us. I really had a great time. I'm gonna pull the topic. Let's see. And nobody mentioned Halloween. Don't nobody here like Halloween? Come on, family. Let us know if you like Halloween. I'm trying to pull this something up here. Okay. All right, got it. Now let's see. She say, "There's a clown movie named Terrified. I don't want to see it." That might be a way you can come over your fears, Alaskan Ice. Now, come on, family. Alaskan Ice, family. If you have a phobia or fear of clowns, they say one of the ways you can deal with it is just get into a room full of fake clowns and just stand there. That's called flooding. Would you try that? Would you be willing to do that, Alaskan Ice, where you just get in a room full of clowns and just stay there for 5 minutes? She said, "No, thank." Oh, okay. Which one? She said, "I liked Halloween and Friday the 13th. Then they got carried away." Yeah, I like the first ones. Now remember, the actual person that was hunting people in the first one was who? In the first Friday the 13th, who was the killer? Who was in the first Halloween? See if anybody remember. Not Halloween, Friday the 13th. In the first Friday the 13th, who was the killer? See, I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds. Not the brother, because remember, Jason Voorhees is known. I mean Jason. The mother. in the first. Oh no, not. I didn't mean Halloween. I meant to say Friday 13th. The mother was the assailant. Now let's see what our brother say. No, we had a real Pennywise clown here 15 years ago. What you mean a real Pennywise clown? What do you mean? And where was that movie set? What it's that's in your area, right? Was that in Pennsylvania or Massachusetts or what was that at? Now, I like Werewolf with Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, that was good. I had bought that movie. Now that movie was good. You don't like the one with Jack Nicholson? He played in that in Wolf or whatever the name of it was. That was a pretty good one. He played a good one there. Family, I enjoyed y'all. And I talked to y'all for 3.5 hours. We ain't gonna let it go on no further. We're gonna catch up and we're gonna talk about different things. We might even go over some of the genre because I like movies. We might talk about movies, we might talk about sitcoms. We might have time we talk about different things too. Because we're gonna go on over some good information, and I appreciate it. But I want to keep different topics up that we're talking. We might go into some different things. We're gonna ask y'all, okay? So, family, I really enjoyed having y'all here tonight, and I appreciate y'all input. Let's see what they have here. You know, I ain't gonna go nowhere until I hear the last one. So he say no mass caller Derry. I live in Derry, TWP, Pennsylvania. So was it in Pennsylvania? Man. Wow. All right, family. Y'all keep me posted. Thank y'all for being so supportive, so kind, and so interactive. But we're going to come up with some interesting topics because we're going to talk about some things and have some fun. We want to talk about some of the things that y'all enjoy talking about. All right? We're gonna get in here because this is a support thing too. So we're going to be talking about serious topics. So we need to have a lighter, okay, no, Massachusetts. You know, I can't pronounce Massachusetts. Mass, I just say mass. I can't pronounce it. All right. Well, thank y'all, family, for joining us. Until next time, family, we appreciate you. We see you on the next one tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time. Good night.